completely forgot to put the loading screen on. So fuck it, we're doing it live. How are we doing? Looks like it's just Panda. Panda, how are you? I know. Listen, it wasn't supposed to be live all the time. I forgot to change what the screen was recording. So you got me 3 minutes early anyway. I was just going to sit and vape. So we're going to do this instead. I need to change that to live chat. I'm very good, man. I had a good day. Hey, Randy. I had a good day. Was looking forward to the stream. Wanted to do my tickets. Where's that gone? The chat box isn't working. Why is the chat box not working? Or is it going to pop up in a minute? Suspicious. Let me just check. The chat box is now working. Okay, we solved the chat box situation. So, a few things we're going to do today. First off, we're going to do the treasure tickets, right? I wanted to show you guys how far I've pushed in Void campaign without any help from anyone for the last few stages. We got to 754, and I don't think this is going to cause us too many problems. We're not going to push the Void campaign today because I'm going to do that for my video. Hey Maisie, how you doing? And Sandy, hey Sandy. And Zentros, how you doing, bro? So we're not going to do a Void campaign, but we are going to push in Hollow because I want to see how far we can get. Obviously, it makes sense to do treasure tickets first. So we're going to do treasure tickets first. I've got loads on this account. Leaf, how you doing, man? Randy, thank you. Do you know what? I got through a Valkyrie wave and the Gustin wave without asking for anybody's help. So the last time we had a Valkyrie wave, I had to have my hand held by Ben, i.e. Sideshow. This time round, I figured it all out on my own. I'm very proud of myself. Another brilliant news is that the guild seems just to be racing up. So that's good news. Really good news. But we've got a lot more people doing it, I suppose. Damn you, Paco. Paco's not here, so we can insult him. No worries, Maisie. Have fun with the steak. So, yeah, we're going to do... What time is it? It was only a couple minutes early, wasn't it? It was only a couple of minutes. Oh, yeah, we've got 2 more minutes because it's an early stream today. Yeah, good. By the way, good job with everyone with the guild. Let me call people out because Eric, obviously, Sandy, Short King, nice. He only joined last week, as did Jason. They're both doing fantastically well. Do you know what I'm suspicious of? Oh no, okay. As I say, I thought they were all 1 hour ago. I feel like they've done it just in time for the stream, so I don't call them out. That's Maisie, because she sent me a horrible message a couple of days ago. And obviously Panda. So we're getting there. Hey, Bubbly. How you doing, man? Chatting with you the other day, weren't we? On YouTube comments. By the way, Bobby Lee, let me just quickly say something. I don't know if you've ever done YouTube. When I get comments come through, it comes through in the most recent order that they were sent. But only the top 3, and I don't know whether I'm just an idiot, only the top 3 come through unless I manually go to each video. So if there's ones I haven't responded to, it's not because I've ignored them. It doesn't come through on my phone. And what's good and bad, right, is that obviously as the videos are getting more popular, I'm getting more people comment, and I still try to respond to every comment. So sometimes I have like 50 and I just lose track of where I'm at. Ali, hey man, how you doing? Oh look, and Ali is the first one in the stream that has the Mirage member badge because he up-membered, whatever you want to call it, remembered. So he's got the 2-month member badge. All the rest of you have got foolish. So I think we've hit. Hey, Bubbly. Everyone's famous in the chat. Everyone's famous. Ali, I'm sure. Yeah, to be fair, the only person that can outmember you, Ali, is Rake. Because he done it the day before you. So he'll get the member badge the day before you. But as long as Rake keeps on membering, then I don't know. Right, 21. To be fair, that's... Terrible streamer. My phone's not on silent. what normally happens is we normally start off quite slow on streams, and then it ramps up and then stays quite solid. But we've got 21 already, so that's quite cool. Hey, Kay. So why don't we then... We're going to go straight into the treasure train. I know you have immense power. I don't think you have the power to get rid of our Reiki boy. So, in terms of tickets... Cobalt, thanks, bud. How's your neck? How's your neck? In terms of tickets, we're going to push as far as we need to push. I'm not sure when I want to stop. See, ideally, once I've maxed out... Or, don't worry, we're not going to manually do all of these. There's not a chance. Paco's always working, bless his little heart. So, because I don't want to max... Basically, when I max out the greens and the purples, mainly the greens in retro gaming are the best ones. I'm sure all of you have watched my retro gaming videos, so you all know that. I kind of don't want to overdo it. I can then use chests if I want to, because we've got hero merch coming up next week. And I also kind of want to go in on that a little bit. So we'll just have to see. See, we're getting some burps. Your opera opens tonight. Koba, what is it you do, man? That's so cool. So are you... Pink treasure! Yes, right, sorry. I'm so interested in what Koba has just said. I've just completely ignored the pink treasure. Oh, where's Jordan? Jordan, how you doing? Now, just to clarify... Oh, I wasn't going to 2 in a row. Jordan, Bountivy? Is that Jordan? Because I didn't realise that was you last time. Yeah, I know. It's nice to get a pink early on, right? You're a classical singer. Oh, man. Oh, that is so cool. So when you done your neck, that must have impacted you, right? Because obviously that, I presume, is all to do with the things. Oh, Eze, don't worry about it, dude. Listen, I'll upload the VOD later so you can make sure you watch it all at a later date. To be fair, and Eze, I'm sure you're one that does this. You moan at me for doing tickets like this anyway, right? So you're absolutely fine. But you got to realise, Jordan, yeah. And to be fair, Jordan, I am just going to refer to you as Jordan. So when we do the VHL thing, you're going to be called Jordan rather than Bountivy, because I find it easier to use people's first names. What's this? We've just got an orange treasure. What is that? Alien dessert? Have we just absolutely pulled an amazing one? I don't recognise that. I don't recognise that one. I know, obviously, from all my fantastic treasure videos, that could obviously happen at a lot lower rate. No. MK video dropped. Well, listen, we don't care about MK's video. Not when I'm streaming. What video did he drop? Of interest. Retro Gaming is back this week in Idle Heroes. He's a day late, mate. He's a day late. Lau. What's a Lau nickname, Jordan? Oh, Koba. Oh, bless you. Well, I hope it obviously goes well, dude. And we're going to... Oh, there it is. Oh, it's Magic Academy. Starland Arena. This is why I put Magic Academy right down the fucking bottom. All the treasures are split. Who wants just Starland Arena for a treasure? Absolutely craziness. No, I know Laos is a country. What's that got? You're bald eagle American. Why would you have a Laos nickname? Yeah, Cobalt, you are going to kill it tonight, bro. I hope it goes really well. Really well. I'm sure you're going to do fantastic. Whilst you're doing that, we'll let the people get on with the real work, like opening up treasure tickets in a mobile game. The real skill. The real skill. We're getting so many... I got red treasure? Again, that's not retro gaming. So we're getting... So we've had one... Listen, we've already had one pink. Hey, Babili. Babili from Thailand. I've been to Thailand. 5 or 6 times as a kid. We used to go all the time. I used to love Tarnad. We always used to go during Easter, so we used to visit during Songkran. So everyone would just have water fights all the time. And my mum hated it, so I don't know why they used to take us during that period, because she used to hate having people do water guns at her, and yet we'd still go every single year at the same kind of time. Panda, we're going to do them quicker. Listen, it's the start of the stream, and you don't understand. Kay, don't you start. I'm trying to talk whilst doing it, right? Oh, Jordan. I didn't realise you were a woman. I imagine that's like a really difficult language to go and learn as well. I know a little bit of Thai. Well, I don't know why I just said that. Sawadika. And Sawad is like hello to a man, and Swadikap is hello to a woman. I think Bobby Lee can correct me. I can do it quicker, but here's the thing, right? If I was sitting at home doing this isn't what I'd be doing. I'd burn through them. I know, Kate, I saw you got a good mark on your exam. Well done, friend. Got a 1 star. You've also got to bear in mind, I didn't know if I was going to stream tonight, because I was thinking, well, what am I going to do? Other than sit and talk, which is fine. And I thought, well, no, I've got tickets to do. And another one, shard. When you start to become an absolute giga chad in this game, there is a couple of servers on Discord that you can go to. Very exclusive. Very exclusive. You guys wouldn't understand. And, no, I'm joking. But one of the ones that Idle Zeros, i.e. Will, put me onto, I've gone on there, and they've got like the leaderboards for the lowest attack people have cleared chapters in Void campaign. Starts at 7, goes 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So, I'm interested in trying to get Basilisk on the board. Basilisk is... got the flute. Basilisk isn't actually on the board of main damage dealers. So what we're going to do, we're going to clear chapter 7. And then I'm going to put together a production and send it in and ask them to put it on the board. And see if they'll let it go. But yeah, we'll just have to see how that works. Ali. Do you know the only issue with that? I think that's a great idea. The only issue with that, and it's not really an issue, is that obviously it's day 1. Oh, Alien Land Arcade. Because I need to speak, because I need to figure out what to do with your account. I need to figure out what to do with it. Because I've also spoke to Ben, i.e. Sideshow. Hey, Idle Zeros, Will's in the house. How you doing, man? We've got a celebrity in our midst. Celebrity in the midst. Will, do you know what? I didn't want to I've got the bike again. I didn't want to message you because I didn't want to keep on annoying you, right? Hey, Sol, how you doing, bro? Out of interest, on your analytics, right, for your amazing, to be fair, guys, as well, tier list, the Void campaign tier list for Transcendence Heroes. By the way, Idle Zeros is Will. Will's completed campaign, so he knows everything, right? And he done a tier list. I linked it in the Discord. It's an hour long, and it's how a tier list should be done, because he goes through everything, right? But Will, I'm so interested to know what your analytics were like on it. Because and I don't mean this in a horrible way, I've watched the whole video, right? I reckon you went to 30 seconds and it dropped all the way down, and then right at the end you saw a spike. So there's no way, because people always do that. It's so infuriating, which is why, I've done my tier list, I was like, I've got to make it shorter. Because I'd rather people took in a little bit of context than none of it. But I found your video fascinating. We nearly created a riot in the comments. I did get a DM from, I think it was Jason, saying, you realise you didn't put Basilisk in there? I was like, yeah, I realised that. And then there was a couple of people in your comments talking about Basilisk. Because we all take it very seriously over here. We love Basilisk. And you weren't very kind about him. So, we're going to change that. Ali, whose account I can go on, has an S tier Basilisk. And it is beautiful. So between me and Ali, particularly, we're going to skyrocket. And we're going to make sure, we're going to make you redo that tier list. Even if Basilisk ends up on the second bottom row, at least he'll be on the tier list. Hey, Jason. Yeah, I liked it. And you know what? It's interesting because the thing is with Will, obviously he's already done it, right? So you can't really argue with it because he's done it. I mean, the only thing I'd argue about is, as I said, Basilisk should certainly be at least second tier. Yeah, Ali, good. Yeah, and it makes perfect sense. Makes perfect sense. But it's so interesting, right? Because since doing this, I've obviously met quite a few people within the community who I didn't really realise. Oh, it's Eric again. Hey, Eric, how you doing, bud? Thank you so much for keeping up to date with the guild. Really do appreciate it. Oh, and Jason, I didn't say hello, Jason. Hey, Jason. So what you do when you go on your YouTube channel, you click on the. I'll screenshot the stuff later to you because that's why my original tier lists, which by the way were absolute dog shit, they were about 20 minutes long, but people started watching and then you could see it completely drop off, and then it peaked at different points where I added heroes to it. Like I added like 5 heroes, 1 to each tier, and done a little brief hero description. I showed it on stream a couple of weeks ago, and you just see it go up and then all the way down and then up, where people just want to see where you put the heroes. And then yeah, you're right, you get people asking questions and you're like, bud, you didn't watch it, so I'm not going to answer your question if you didn't bother watching it. I didn't make all the effort. I don't know how to say the name. JPET. Thank you so much, man. Thanks for dropping in. I know you didn't. Will, I'm only joking. And do you know what's funny? You say you heard me say your name. Oh yes, we've got two of the cat ears. The reason I said your name, Bobby. I'll talk about Bobby first because Bobby's going to go. The thing is, Bobby, as I said before, you're going to very quickly move away from having a base hero as a homeowner. If you're just building Garuda and Berea to be tenants for Morax, I'd advise you don't do it because you're just wasting resources getting their copies. You might get Berea naturally, but you're not going to get the Garuda copies naturally, like 9 of them, I wouldn't have thought. So I probably wouldn't do it. The second you start getting some treasure train and obviously open up the Grimoire, it's going to become irrelevant anyway. So have fun with Morax. I didn't build him. On my non-meta account, I didn't build his tenants, so I really wouldn't worry about it too much. Yeah, Will, it's funny, and you might be able to answer this question. On that server, where it's got all the champions, the Void Campaign champions, there is not a Basilisk section. I'm doing retro gaming today, and we're going to do some infusion stones. And I'm not going to increase my Grimoire level, because I want to get Basilisk through Chapter 7 on 40 million attack or lower, because therefore I think then he deserves to go on that board. So I think that's a possibility, but I don't know who I speak to about that. So instead I'll just speak to you about that and tell them. I'll get you to tell them, got to put Basilisk on there now. Because that would be lower attack than, I think, the Aspen the Aspens that are on there. And there was a Patricia. There's a Patricia. I don't know whether it's Chapter 7 or Chapter 8. And it's like 140 million attack is the lowest that someone's recorded it. I am certain that there is someone that's done it on lower attack. They just haven't recorded it. But it just made me laugh that was that. Sandy. Yeah, I hope. Listen, I like, as I said, got another Alien Land arcade. I like the green treasures in retro gaming. That's control immunity, which is fine. We're not moaning about getting a full orange treasure. Yeah, Bobby, then by all means do it, but as I said, I wouldn't build Berea up just for the sake of it. Because the second that you move off Morax, it's kind of irrelevant then, because you're not going to be using the Garuda or indeed the Berea for anything else. Berea was so disappointing for me. I built Berea thinking it was going to be an absolute monster. Just wasn't at all. Jonathan, I'm doing good, my man. We've had some good luck in the ticket so far. Admittedly, I've come very distracted, but at least we're getting some luck. I certainly can't complain. Nice. That's the HP or the attack one. But it's a full red treasure, and it helps obviously towards the series boost, which is the important thing. I don't know how many we've done. We'll go down to 400, so we'll do another 6. Loved listening to Will trash Aspen. I reckon that annoyed people. Which is funny, because obviously when you're doing a list like that, from Will's perspective, it's his experience. As if he doesn't use Aspen or doesn't like Aspen, that's what he's going to say, but people don't get it. Fully understand, Will. I get ya. Well, he's not going to have any soul power, because I'm not going to do it with him. Yeah, I'm going to do it before I get Nirvana Hero. So I'm deliberately withholding progress on my account. Because listen, I could be like one of those other YouTubers out there, not naming names, and I could overstat and then be like, well, I've got this far. Right? It's not really impressive if you're at 100 million attack clearing chapter 7. It doesn't prove anything. Same as you go up and you've got like 500 million attack, I cleared chapter 9. It's like, well, so sounds like Rake. Listen, right, that wasn't. To be fair, I take the mick out of Rake. Rake has the special ability of the credit card. Now, I don't have that ability, but to be fair to Rake, we all love him. He's been so supportive since he first dropped into. In fact, the first time we spoke, actually, he left a comment on one of my event previews, and I remember being like a little schoolgirl. I was so happy seeing his name pop up. And then he dropped into stream. I was like, no way. He's been so helpful the whole time. Yes, another bike. He's been great. Been very fortunate. I might do some Trial of Champion. Ali has very kindly offered me his. But the thing is, it's not. I do want to do it. I've got to figure out, because I want to do a proper account review on Ali's, because he's got the best basilisk in the game, possibly. Is it? No, to be fair, because I think Rake or Renville has one. Nice Cobalt. Yeah, no, generally, and do you know what, Will? Speaking again about Rake, there's a guy called Excalibur Gaming. Phenomenal thumbnails, and his Discord is set out beautifully. And I'm surprised he hasn't got more traction, because I feel like everything's there to have worked on it. But his Discord had like 15 people in it. I think I'm not lying. And Rake's one of them. You think he's and Pendlix, those that know Pendlix, right? He goes in Pendlix's streams and stuff like he just tries to help out, and he gets nothing from it. He's just a class guy. Do you know what I mean? He doesn't need to do it, but Rake does it anyway. Bear in mind, he does this as obviously like part-time, like a hobby, right? He has a full-time job, and he does the SG hub and all that stuff. So like he's got less time than most people, and yet he spends some of it instead helping out the little guys, which is great. It's very much appreciated. We don't tell him that to his face, by the way, because he can't know that. When he's here, we just mug him off for spending too much money on the game. He can't know how much I respect him. That kind of defeats the whole point of it. DVAC. Listen. Will Idle Zeros. He recognises game, so he's here. Oh, we've got a max treasure. First time we've ever done that. Nice. So we've got a first. And to be fair, I'm not surprised it's that, because we seem to get that all the time. Should we just do them all? Didn't even calculate how well or how poorly we done. It felt okay, didn't it? It felt okay. I don't think we're going to be sitting there complaining too much about it. Let's go and check it out. That's not bad. How funny is that? We haven't got a single race car. Yeah. Yeah, he Rake, he's a good guy. Oh, thank you. But no, it's just nice. Yes, and we've got it's a fixed stat HP, so like the worst one that we could have maxed out. At least we got some greens and they're 3-starred. That's fine. I feel like we do another 100. I feel like we do another 100. I think so. Yeah. It's gonna leave. We're gonna do 99. I really wish those treasure crystals weren't there. Bobby, the thing is, bro, with your account, and I don't mean this in a patronising way because it's something I used to hate when people used to say it. It's an idle game. It's really, it's one of those things. It's really difficult to sit there and not make progress over a couple of weeks, 3 weeks. But at the start of the game, especially if you're especially if you're a free-to-play player, that's what's going to happen. We've got a really busy month coming up in February with events. You've got to chill out with it and see like what happens by the end of February. Because Valentine's and Chinese New Year are going to be tasty. And then it's not that long until you got like Easter. Do you know what I mean? So it's just one of those things. It's the point of the game. It's the worst point of the game for free-to-play or new players because you're so desperate, and I understand why, to like get to certain points and it just feels like it's holding back. But just don't worry about it. You'll find your own way with it. Paco, how you doing, buddy? Thank you for dropping in. I always appreciate you dropping in. It's always nice. I said some nice things about Patricia earlier. I don't know why I lied. I didn't say anything nice about Patricia. I actually made the point that she's a bit of a meme on the server that Will threw me an invite to. Will, I don't know whether it was Immortal Valor or the CTV server. Were you part of the argument, that guy that was saying he's been banned from the Idle Heroes Discord? And he got banned for trash talk. I only saw the argument like yesterday. And no, Valley Joe, we're not doing all of them. We're not doing all of them. We're going to do another 80. And the argument, basically, he was complaining that he'd been kicked out of the Discord. And Nolds, who's one of the helpers on there, mods or whatever he is, he was just saying you're just banned. Like, and he didn't. And to be fair, he doesn't have to give a reason why. And this guy was taking it proper to heart. And then it turned out what it actually was. He was slamming the new player guide, which I've been guilty of. And then he was saying that it was stupid. The new player guide was stupid because he managed to have, I want to say, 2 E5s and an E4 on day 2 of an account, free to play. And someone put, that's just stupid. And I was like, yeah, that's just stupid. And he went, yeah, well, I sent over some starry gems from my main account, but that's still free to play. And it's like, that's not how it works. You can't send over starry gems from one account and then shit on it and say, well, yeah, because this is what I've managed to do. Just absolutely wild. Finn, how you doing, bro? What's clickbait in the title? What's clickbait in the title? I've done 350 on this account, and I've got the non-meta account to do loads of tickets on. I'm still doing 600, I'm just not doing it on this. So it's not clickbait if that's what you're referring to. If that's not what you're referring to, then it probably was clickbait. I don't know, I can't remember what I said. Yeah, we are going to do 600 tickets. We're just not doing them all on this account. I've got my non-meta account we've got to do some on. But we'll split it up because now I've built this up, we're going to go and do some things. As I said, I'm not doing Void Campaign because I'm filming a video tomorrow evening. Or maybe tonight, depending how long the stream goes. And I want to do a bit of Void Campaign for the video. So obviously all of you are going to watch that anyway, so it's not like you're going to miss out. Right. Did we get... Oh, got some more. I feel like that's kind of worth it. Yeah, Will, isn't it? It's really difficult. Like, with the Idle Heroes Discord, my mindset has completely changed on it. And I think my thoughts have matured on it. It must be a hateful job to be a mod on that Discord. Like, And one of the things is you get asked some really basic questions, but you see the same basic questions asked every day. They must get tired of it. And then people that start arguments, I've seen a couple of people start arguments. I think, what are you doing? Why are you bothering? My attitude to it now is I don't start arguments, I just leave. I'll just come back later. There's no point. But he was proper. I could tell the way he was writing stuff, and he'd even wrote stuff into ChatGPT, and was like, "This shows like how you guys are all in the wrong." And one of them said, "So what? You've just entered it into ChatGPT to get them to agree with you?" And he's like, "Yeah, it's the smartest AI algorithm in the world." It's like, bro, what are you doing? They're not going to let you. If they banned you and they say they don't want you back in, what you're doing isn't going to make them want you to go back in there. I didn't want him to go back in there, and I didn't even know the guy. Just so strange. Right. Ben's not here, so Ben won't understand how proud he should be of me. Because I changed everything up to go past in Void campaign. Jordan. It's so funny, right? There's a guy in the Discord, and he's one of MK's buddies. Theme Lars or something like that. Team Lars, I don't know how to pronounce it. And whenever I go in the early game Discord to try and help people out, that's all I'm useful for, right? He's always there. And so I felt really bad, because I'd done it a couple of times without realising. I'd like piggybacked into his conversations, and I thought, oh, this guy must be getting fucking sick of me. And then I went to a different Discord, and I don't know whether it was the Immortal Valor or something like that, and he put up a tier list of monster drinks. And I said, oh, so you shit on my tier lists, and then you put up this terrible tier list. And then I realised, shit, this guy must get so bored of me jumping into his conversations. So now whenever I go there, I'm like deliberately, because I don't think he likes me. He hasn't said he doesn't like me, but you know when you get the impression. I was like, oh, I must be making him hate me. Like, he's trying to help, I'm jumping in. So I was like, right, so whenever I see him there, I'm like, right, I'm not going to say anything. Because I was like, I don't want to wind him up. I don't want to get on the people's their bad side, because the only reason I'd be there is to try and help. Hey, Robbie. Oh, I didn't realise it was in yours, Will. Sorry, I didn't realise it was in yours. Yeah, it was just the bizarrest argument that I've ever seen. And I don't get why they were bringing it to, well, yeah, your Discord or whoever else's Discord. It's got nothing to do with it. And then he's saying, check your DMs to Nulds, and Nulds was like, no. He was so unbothered by it, it just made me crack up. I thought it was hilarious. And you could tell this other guy was getting so frustrated, but it's like, this is such a bad way of going about it. And why is he that desperate to go back onto Adahura's Discord? Jaheim, how you doing, bro? Nah, Panda, no one ever likes the lives, and I don't really think it matters. I don't think people take much note. Will, I don't think Nulds is one of the... None of the helpers like me. The only... Which is fine, and I do get it. I do get why none of the helpers like me. Completely. Some of them really dislike me and don't hide it. But there's a couple of people on there who are funny enough. Lexi is someone that I think causes a little bit of... I don't know if it's their problem or the other people's that have the problem. But Lexi's helped me out a few times. And to be fair, I'm going to call him Team Lars. He has helped me when I've asked stuff. But I think the problem is, like... Just leave... Shut up, Paco. I think the problem is, and I think that some people get it, some people don't. A lot of the time, the answers that people give is, go check out the new player guide or whatever. I mean, the other day, Ryflex, I think, I was talking to him and Lex about something, and I was asking, do they prefer Demon Bell over Mirror? And if so, why? Because I couldn't really figure it out why. And then someone jumped in mid-conversation and said, you know the yellow name above the head is because they're a helper. And I was like, yes. So I said, yes, I know that. I'm not asking them, like I'm not questioning them, because I think they're wrong. I just want to know why that's the case. Like, it's no good telling me that, 1 second. Oh yeah, Mirror is better than Demon Bell. If you don't tell me why, I don't mean that in a horrible way. I appreciate it takes time to explain. But so many people, which is the one main dislike I have of the new player guide, is that it doesn't teach players how to play the game. And then they wonder why these guys get to mid-game, sitting there with a Wukong, like, what do I do now? And it's because they spent the first 2-3 months just following the guide and not actually learning anything. Robbie, you're so horrible, and it's not your girlfriend, is it? I thought it was your fiance. DVAC, 100%. I thought it was great. I thought it was a great video. As I said, and it's interesting, but it's one of those. The only issue with Will's video, and it's not an issue I had a problem with, is it's an hour long. And so you know that out of the 2,000, I don't know how many people watched it. I'm going to say 2,000, I don't know how many people watched it. That 1,900 people skipped straight to the end. And it is so infuriating, because if they just fucking watched it, they'd learn so much about it. Admittedly, it's subjective, but you'd learn so much more than just looking at where they're ranking a list. Which is why, look, I've never put a screenshot of my tier list anywhere. Because without context, they don't mean anything. Even with context, your lists mean nothing. Yeah, but Will, and that's the other problem. So there's a lot of what and not much of why. People often don't want to know why. They just want to know what they should do. And it's like, but bro, so what, you're going to ask me another question in 2 days' time because you haven't bothered learning anything? Like, it's infuriating to deal with people like that. I've no issue if people want to be like that, but don't ask questions then. Don't ask questions if you don't want to learn. I just find it bizarre. Right, we're going to switch that up. Oh, why am I trying that? What an idiot. And by the way, Will, I don't know how long you're here for tonight. I don't blame you. You've inspired me to do something on my non-meta account, and I'm happy you're here because I can explain. Yeah, but to be fair, Will, that's normal. That's totally normal. That's not the problem. It depends how long ago the video was released. You might not have the analytics of it yet. Let me show you. Hold on. Let me show you what I mean. I'll see if I can pull it up on mine. So if your video is too new, obviously you can't see it. It's not bloody popping up. Right. So if we go here, and we're on the video, right? And you go on your analytics, and you go, so that's quite standard. When you scroll down, it shows you here, like where people are looking and where people aren't looking. So this is actually quite good, to be fair. 60% is quite good. What my tier list video, my original ones did. No, Jason, you can't tell if there's. Well, let me show you. Hold on, 1 second. Right, 1 second. Let me find it. I'll show you. I'll compare. Right. I'll compare what my original videos what my original tier lists, which, by the way, I haven't actually rewatched them, but I can fucking imagine what they're like and how embarrassing they are. So we're not going to rewatch any of it. Right, here you go. Right. So we'll go to one of the original ones. What was the best? 17,800 views. Fucking wild. So let's look at the analytics. Right. Look at that. 12%. So, and look, these spikes here, right? It's where I kept heroes off the tier list. And then added them on, and I've done a little brief description. And you see the little peaks wherever I added a new hero. Devastating. But then, to be fair, so that's embarrassingly poor, right? But then if I go to, and Robbie, I'm ignoring your horrible comments that I think I just saw a horrible comment from you. I'm ignoring it. If we look at a more recent one, earned me $5.41 in AdSense. Right. Why is it not doing it? So this is much more standard, right? But again, you look, this is, so where this was the 3 different tier lists, and then it dropped, and then it spikes up again, and drops and spikes up again, to where I put the new, like, tier list, like the V4, the T5, D6. And it's just crazy. Like, and so people don't want to listen, they just want to look at it. So I'd be interested to see what your one is, because an hour-long video, I think will struggle, because mine always have done. For me, I suppose it depends. Well, no, to be fair, I don't suppose you really care, Will, do you? But for me, like my longer videos obviously don't do as well, but I do them for different reasons. I enjoy doing them. So look, this is my hour and 38-minute video I done the other day, and it started okay, and it dropped down, and then it's like 10% of people. But it's still got good 160 odd watch hours, and then 5 people liked it enough to sub. So it's like, well, that was worth it then. It's dependent. So dependent. Oh, shit. Rich off that video. Panda, you have no idea, bro. You have no idea. That's that. I only done that. I haven't put ads on any of my videos because I wanted to do it on those because they were the 3 most popular ones. Oh, so I'll have a little look. Oh, by the way, I just missed Basilisk just absolutely destroying the Valkyries. Nice. Nice. Right, let's go look at Soul in Trial of Champion. Nah, but I've you know, it's funny, right? Rake said to me about putting on monetization. And it's not worth it. Like, I don't think it's worth it. Say I get 60, 70 bucks a month from AdSense, but all of you lot have to look at fucking adverts before all of my videos. I'd rather just not do it. There you go, look at Soul. Chilling. How funny is that you're underpowered at 13 billion power? Out of interest. Yeah, and that's it. That's why I like doing my longer ones, because it's not for engagement, really. It's something just a bit different. And I used to love it with Wrath of God when he used to do his longer videos. I used to love sitting there and listening to him. So I thought, well, I try and keep my guides like really succinct. I waffle like shit on stream, obviously. And then I thought, well, I'll do the Basilisk like videos, but I'm actually changing it up. Yeah, Jason, people do, bro. Unknown Idler, you've missed it, but so you can always rewind it if you want. We're also going to do more on my non-meta account in a little bit. So we're going to do another 200 or so tickets. Yeah, Jason, but people do skip it, and that's fine. They're just interested. That's why, though, I put ads on my Transcendence one. So if people want to skip from the V4 to the D6, from the V4 to the T5, they have to watch an ad, and then onto the D6 they have to watch an ad before it comes on screen. So for fuck it, if you're not going to watch it, you can at least pay me some shekels. As it's not, yeah, it's $5. It's been monetized a week, and it's got 6,000 views. Oh, sorry, Will. Yes. I didn't know what to do. In fact, I will show you guys now briefly what I'm talking about. I need to quickly take this off. The non-meta account, which hasn't seen the light of day for a while. This is what I used to start my YouTube. And I started from start and I've got up to where it is. And I just fell off because when I started doing less streaming and more videos, I was like, why am I pumping money into this account, right? Unknown Idler, thanks, bud. The problem is, the reason I haven't shown this account is I've just let it go to ruin. And I've done some really stupid things. So I decided I'm going to go whole hog on the stupid things, Will. And your tier list gave me the motivation I needed to prove you wrong. So, I'm not going to reveal the whole team. I'll show you the team as it currently stands, but they're all getting regressed. They're all getting regressed. Alakita's not going to get regressed. She is. And then she'll be put to T5. Vespera and Natalie are getting regressed. And we're going to build a proper, completely off-meta team. Full of heroes that you had in your bottom tier for a start. And then Alakita, because it's pre-Nirvana. So everyone says she's dog shit. And so, yeah, so potentially heroes like Gagi, Norton Hague, stuff like that. And also my dream comp of maybe Star Alchemist, Holmes Young, Geista and Arania, but obviously they're going to be T5, so they haven't got Destiny skills. So it's just like what I consider to be a fun team. Off-meta, fun team. See how far we push, because Will, you won't know this. A lot of you won't know this. When I did the non-meta series, I spent too much money. But I also had my team, so like I built everyone up to E5, and I built everyone up to E4 together. So there wasn't like a strong hero, it was all one level. And that's what I'm gonna strip her back to T5. And every hero is gonna be T5 until I have enough mats to then bring them up. I want it to be a team, a proper team. The dream team. And so I did something last week on the event. I spent loads of contract starry gems. And then I went full cop man. So we're gonna strip these three back. We're probably gonna open all these for cot as well. So we're gonna have and Jason, do you know what? You've said that, right? Will, tell me right now, Will, why is Ignatia shit? I trust you lot. I don't know if you... No, you did say it. I trust when everyone says it. I can't see why she's horrific. I can't see why she can't be made to work. Oh, Divac. Thanks, Jude. You didn't have to do that. You could buy me... That would buy me a monster. That's perfect. Thank you, dude. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. But I was looking at Ignatia and I'm thinking, I was reading it. Obviously, I'm just reading her skills. The difficulty is, obviously, you shouldn't just read someone's skills. But as recent events have shown, you also possibly shouldn't trust the testing that certain people do. Because it maybe isn't always as accurate as we're told to believe. But I can't find anyone that's tried Ignatia. And everyone says she's shit. Like, Rake said she's the worst Transcendence hero, and I trust Rake. And I presume he has built her to try it out. But I'm just looking at her thinking, I can't see why she couldn't be insane. Like an absolute stud. So maybe Ignatia gets built. Maybe she gets built. I'm not 1,000,000%. But as I said, I'm almost certain I want to do a Star Alchemist. It's like, I want to do a Holmes Young, Arania, Geista core. I've already got Alakita, and then I love Gagi and Norton Hague for the comp as well. I think they can all work really well together, and I just want to see how far I can push it, all be in the same kind of level. So I said, I've got the food. I went all out on, because I had 0, so I've got like 4 loads. But yeah, so we're going to regress these 3, so we can have 6 heroes, I think, just about. We can have 6. But yeah, in fact, while we're here, because Unknown Idler wanted to see some treasure tickets. Should we do some treasure tickets? We'll do some. Yeah, but I want to test her out. And the thing is, right, I was really struggling with... Oh, yes, perfect, Will, because I'm happy to learn. I don't... It's really hard. People won't give me an answer, and I have asked, and people won't give me an answer. So I appreciate it. Right away, give me an essay to read out on stream. It's still not going to stop me. I'll still probably build her. But yeah, I was really struggling with the non-meta account because my main account has a Basilisk main. Therefore, it's non-meta anyway. It was like, so this non-meta account that I've got here is just going to be the shit version of that. Like, what's the point? And then I was thinking about doing a team of 6 damage dealers. And then I immediately thought, like the second we come across some CC and stuff like that, it's just going to be devastating and it's going to be impossible to progress. And then I was thinking about all the supports there in meta, and I was like, so I was really struggling. And then I decided, actually, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to build what I think is like a really fun team of my more favourite heroes and see exactly what can get done with them. And so that's what we're going to do. So there is going to be one video a week, damn it, on the Basilisk account. There is going to be one video a week on the non-meta account. And I'm not going to do the waffle at the end of the videos. I'm going to try and keep them cut down. And then I also think what I'm going to end up doing throughout the week, I've already started doing it this week, write down little topics I want to talk about and then do a separate waffle video where I just talk for an hour. And then if people want to listen to it, they can listen to it. If they don't, they don't. But it doesn't taint the analytics on the Basilisk or the non-meta video. That's what I'm thinking I'm going to do. We have low rolled with the pink so far. That is in, we've hit so many shards. Panda, Basilisk is meta. I don't think he'll ever get meta. The problem is, it's like we were talking funny enough, weren't we, Panda? Or was it you? Maybe it was Crowd Control. I'm going to call him Max because that's his name. There is obviously, it takes so long to build an account. Meta is obviously the tested routes, but it's like the Eloise argument. Oh, you've got the bike. Is Eloise the most optimal route? And it's like, well, we don't know that because no one's really bothered trying anything else, because to do it properly takes such a long period of time. So Eloise isn't the most optimal guaranteed, but she's the most documented and the easiest path to follow, which is why VHL kicking off week on Sunday, we're obviously going to see a lot more. Yeah, but Pat, I know that, for instance, I know that Flora works. I've done it. And Jordan done it with Flora. Like, so I don't get, and now, because it's so quick to get Wukong, I'd almost say, why wouldn't you go? Not necessarily Wukong. Who would like your second? I don't know. Yeah. I don't even know. I don't even know if it's worth talking about necessarily, not talking about, but if it's worth saying, oh, we've got another shards rather than treasure. Whether it's worth talking about what's the best route, early game route. Because it's so irrelevant, because the second you get Wukong, fuck yeah. It's game over anyway. And that's the one thing I would say. Even if you're playing like non-optimally, I think you're a weirdo if you don't pick Wukong as your first Transcendence hero. Because there's just not anyone that comes close to what he does. Unless you're going down the Betty route, again, I could see why you'd go Betty and then Wukong, but you either go Wukong, then Betty. But yeah, other than that, I swear that I was already on 120. We're doing all right so far. We're doing all right. So yeah, that's what this account's going to be. We're going to see how far we can push it. Will didn't even put them in uphill struggle category. He put them in the straight up dirt tier. That was Gaggy and Norton Haig. He obviously put, I say obviously, I don't know where he put, I can't remember where he put Holmes Young in Urania, but Will's obviously end game, so it's irrelevant for what I'm doing. We're like chapter 2. Ah, here he is. Look, didn't I tell you guys, he comes here and he just bullies me straight off rip. Listen, there's only enough space for one YouTuber in the comments, and we've already got Will. Will's here. We don't need you, Rake, talking about potatoes and other nonsense. All right? And I'm so disappointed in you. Yes, controlling Unity. You pulled like 800 treasure tickets or 600 in Apex mounts. What are you doing? What a waste of treasure tickets. You could have given me the treasure tickets and I would have done it in retro gaming. I know you can't pass them through. You should do. And to be fair, this is probably the shittest live stream because we're doing treasure tickets. And everyone hates the way that I do treasure tickets and everything because I do them one at a time. Or I do 10 at a time and then pull them one. Oh, yeah, listen, we're not credit card flexing. All right? That's not how it works. That's not how it works. I would also say, I'm not going to say that. No. Let's leave it at that. Let's leave it at that. Flexing your SSM. VHL will be massive. I'm really looking forward to that, Panda. And I hope that it works. Ali's cropped up with the credit card emoji. And look, Rake's also got... Rake must have remembered up as well. He's also got the Mirage member icon. And can you guys guess what month 3 would be? Will's going to give us a lesson, Rake. I suggest you listen up and watch and read. Because Rake says that Ignatia is rubbish. And I trust him. Yeah, no, hold on, Jason. Will's explaining it. No, Ali. Don't tell him to do that. Yeah, but Will, Star Echo's... Yeah, but yours was an endgame VC. So mine's early game VC. And no one recommends doing Star Echo's Homes Young Arania before Destiny. So that's what we're doing. Panda, month 3, definitely Morax. Nuh-uh. And if you'd watched the non-meta series, you'd know who the third hero would be. Out of interest, I'm so fascinated. If anyone can guess it, you're going to get a special star. I don't know what that means. Try and guess who the third... Ali got it. Ali's got it. KB, of course it's KB. No, it's got to be KB. KB for the non-meta account, because that was who our third hero was. So we started off with Foolish, and then we got Mirage, and then we got KB. No, but Will, and I get that, and I 100% get that. But that... Oh. Hold on, my screen's broken. Okay. BlueStacks isn't working. I don't even know why I'm on BlueStacks. I've got the Google Play Store on this. But I suppose it's difficult for you guys talking about what's success. I mean, Will, you were saying, obviously, you've cleared Void campaign. So it's like, what is it you guys try and do now? Smash higher numbers in the Stellar Challenge. Should we all laugh at Rake and see what position he is in the Stellar Challenge? Because he came in here laughing at me. And so I feel like that's... Do you guys have interest? Do you guys push Force War? Or are you not interested in Force War? Make Basilisk... Yep, Ali, I know. And we've already talked about your Basilisk. It's phenomenal. So combining you going out and spreading your seed, I don't know, about Basilisk in like the main guilds is going to help us out. And then my series is Dark Lance. We haven't seen you in ages, dude. How are you doing, man? Rake, what are you doing then? Why do you have a billion power, a billion attack hero, and you're not completing Void campaign and doing the Stellar Challenge? I feel like that's completely counterintuitive to what you should be doing. I can only imagine. Oh, no. We're leaving that for a video. I'm struggling along chapter 7. So I can't even begin to imagine how horrific it is. What's the same 3 waves, Will? Oh, Maisie, listen. Rake has loads to learn, and he always knows I'm just at the other end of the phone. If he wants to message me and ask my advice on how to do stuff, I'm here. The higher skilled stuff is what he can ask me. No. But yeah, so what are the 3 waves then, Will? I'm presuming it involves Valkyrie, and I'm presuming it involves Gustin because he's a prick. Gagian's Queen? Yeah. Oh, I guessed all of them right, Will. Jordan, I'll see you later, bro. I'll message you. Have a good one, dude. Yeah, so I don't get their obsession with Valkyries. It's really frustrating. Look at that. See? Can your Mockman do what he just done there? Obviously your guys' Mockman can. Obviously yours can. Aspen. We're gonna dump on Aspen. So yeah. This account is gonna be going seriously. And then yeah, the non-meta account, we're gonna be vindicationing for, that's a real word, for Gaggy and Norton Hague, because Will said they're rubbish. And I don't believe that to be true. And I'm going to prove him wrong. Yeah, Will, but the thing is with Valkyrie, she's just so irritating. And it's my... Yeah, I know, Reg, I was only joking. I know yours without, dude. But I don't... The Valkyrie thing is just so frustrating, right? Because, like my account, I get to a Valkyrie wave, I struggle with it for ages, and then I beat it. And then I don't struggle again until I come to another Valkyrie wave. So it's like, well, how's this content? It's really difficult. But I managed to figure my way around the last one. We've got a Gaggy wave, which is fine. But as I said, doing it for a video, doing it for content. You can all watch that. Gusting's easy. Velio, it's absolutely not easy. I mean, admittedly, I learned loads from Will's video. One thing being that Yerm Term is like the obvious thing. Koji. Thanks, bro. No way, Pavel. Do you know what? That's really funny. Pavel, you here? Pavel, is Pavel lurking? It's funny they've gifted it to Pavel, because Pavel's not an issue. Pavel was a member and he didn't remember, which is fine. And then you just give him a membership. Maisie's still on a terrible luck. Still on terrible luck. Not getting one. Yeah, but Goji's a beast. Will, of course, man. But thank you so much for dropping in. I really appreciate it. I said, and I did love your video. I'd love to see more like that. You should do stuff like that, like essay videos, where you just spend an hour doing stuff, talking about it. Because loads of people would appreciate that. I would certainly appreciate that. Yeah. Yeah, Rake. And it's funny, we were talking about that earlier. There was some drama in the Idle Heroes Discord. And I said, the last couple of months, right, I spent more time watching it and whatever. I do understand it more now because you get asked the same question 50 times. Yeah, must be frustrating. Yeah, but Will, honestly, on a serious note, I think you literally... yeah, that's it. When a topic comes up, just sit there and film yourself talking about it. Because someone that's already done it like you, it's really interesting to listen to. And you always get people that want to listen to it because they'll want to learn about the game. And you're actually someone that can do it. So do it definitely. I think it'd be a great idea, great content. Because it is always interesting. You burnt the steak, Maisie. Don't eat steak, eat chicken. Chicken's better for you. Ali, what are you getting? I can't send you any more feet pics, or it would just be creepy. It might even be illegal. Koji. One was more than enough. Please don't. That is. Thank you so much, my sir. Absolutely dub. Shoot straight. I've never heard of shoot straight. I feel like he's one of the lurkers, which is absolutely fine. Lurk away. But yeah. I don't even know what the gift... Don't do it, coach. Honestly, man. Honestly, I really appreciate it, but you don't have to do it, man. You're awesome, though. Thank you. And, to be fair, you've gifted 2 before. You just gifted 2, and you got your own one. That means you're at 5. That means you get your own crown as well. What giveaway? Is Rake doing a giveaway? Why wasn't I told about the giveaway? I love free stuff. we check and see what we're talking about? No, Ali, not every 5 is a crown, and you got yourself a gold crown. Right, we're gonna stop this. So to be fair, you've got yourself 2 gold crowns. Oh, right, okay. So should we go? I mean, to be fair. Oh, she didn't even have a. Oh, this is where I'm such a scrub. No one's saying nothing. Yeah, but I still said nice things. Everyone wants to hear nice things. No, I'm not streaming tomorrow, man. To be fair, I'm really happy that. No, okay, that's not the point of it. Don't, please, don't. You donut. I wasn't even wanting to stream tonight, and it's only because it's retro gaming that I really persuade myself to. Because, like, what am I supposed to stream? But I then decided, no, I'm going to do retro gaming, I'm going to do the tickets, and we're going to push into the hollow. And then we'll talk about some bits and bobs. Rake, don't you dare. Listen, you can't make a tier list. What are you going to do? The most expensive heroes tier list. Just whatever one you have to spend the most with. No, I know, Panda, but I feel weird just doing that. I feel weird. I'll watch Rake tomorrow. Do you know what I really like? I always drop into Rake stream. I like dropping into Rake stream because I like listening to him speak. And it's nice to see you lot there. And then I don't have to be on form because I'm not in front of the camera. And I can just make little shitty comments to try and to see if Rake can see it. And then I gift him a sub before I'm going to leave as a thank you. Rake, do you want me to send you all the stuff? Is that how I can help you out? I've got all the things. I can just send it to you. If that's the only reason you haven't done a tier list, I'll send it to you. Right, hold on, I've missed some messages. Finn, how you doing, bro? Nice to see you, man. I don't mind doing it though. Honestly, if you want the PNG, if you want the yeah, if you want them, I'll send them to you. Obviously. I know you're too proud to do a tier list. I'm not. Neo Hats, how you doing, man? Yeah, I think he does that though, doesn't he? I don't watch streams because of something that happened the other night. I had to watch some of his stuff. What an arsehole. And I went there and yeah, most of his streams like playing. Or no, sorry, hold on. I don't know because I haven't watched a stream. It was like Pokemon Showdown and stuff like that. But then he streams like 5 nights a week. You can't stream Hard Heroes 5 nights a week. You can when you've got a Basilisk that does shit like that though. What happened? For those that don't know, MK's doing a video on me, and it's not a very positive one. And so I got a couple of people messaging me saying he's doing you on stream, but I was asleep. So I looked it up the next day, and that would be very interesting when that video drops. Brilliant. I'm well chuffed at that. But no, so I was trying to find the bit where it got to, and that's where I saw it. Why is it not a positive one? Well, because he ripped into my videos. My tier list. But listen, to be honest with you, when it first happened, when I first saw it, I wasn't particularly happy. And then the more I thought about it, the less personally I took it, and I just went with it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, so he yeah. But do you know what? He said that on his thing. He said, "Oh, go and whatever." And I thought, "I don't do that part though. It's a bit virtue signaling, isn't it? If you're going to sit there and insult me, that's fine. But don't then say, go and sub to him." Do you know what I mean? It's like, what are you talking about? Zarian, how you doing, bud? Nice you drop in, man. Got another Mirage in the chat. Another Mirage. Right, we're struggling. What are we struggling? Oh, it's because I'm not even looking at what we're doing. We need to switch the teams around. No. Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, Jason, that's it. And do you know what? Right? People have said slightly negative things about MK and more about Barry in the stream before. And it's difficult, right? Because I've always stuck up for both of them. Because Jesus Christ, like, this is not an easy game to make content on. Because not an awful lot changes. And the fact they've done it for as long as they've done it, I think they deserve some props for that. So I don't really appreciate it when people slate them, because, yeah, it is what it is. And then on the converse of that, so if you're MK, if he makes some content on me and he gets him some views, absolutely fine. It doesn't bother me. As I said, it bothered me more in the heat at the moment. But then throughout the rest of that day and the next day, I was like, I'm absolutely fine with it, to be fair. It doesn't bother me. Ah, referee keys. Rake. Okay. This is fine. Yeah. And do you know what? The thing is as well, if you look at his criticisms of what I did, it was weird. Like, because I feel like you could have done what he done with my video on anyone's video if you really wanted to get to it. Like, if you wanted to put it under a microscope. So that's why I didn't. If it was personal, which I don't think it was personal. If he was like, I don't like VH, so I'm going to make a video on him, then I'd feel differently. But it's just content, isn't it? It's just content. Yeah. And do you know what? It's funny. I will say this. Like what we were talking about Rake at the start of the video. Rake, don't worry about it. We're not going to say what we were talking about you at the start of the video. And what I said about Will and how, like, Renville's been really nice. There is people that have been incredibly helpful since the start of this. And there's been people that haven't, which is fine. But no one's been, like, outwardly negative, which there is people on the Discord, which is fine. As I said, I've grown up and realised a lot more about that side of it. But yeah, it's just weird. I mean, I think it's weird more than anything, but I'm not going to cry about it. By the way, Void Vortex, I'm at Void Strider, but I haven't pushed it. I was going to make that a video, which is why I've got Betty, and I never had Betty before, because I'm using her for the Void Vortex. Do you know what I think's really funny? I love Ray. You were so straightforward. And no, I'm not going to do a counter video against it, because I didn't disagree with any of MK's points. I think what I found more annoying was the way that it was propositioned. So if you guys, Rake will know this probably, obviously, more than most of you. Maybe. When I do my videos and I record it, I don't just do one take, because quite often I'll mess something up, or I'll look at it and say, no, I've got to redo that. So, like, he criticised me not talking about the Geister Core. And what's funny is that I'd done one of my takes of the video. It ended up being like 18, 19 minutes, which was too long, right? And part of the reason it was 18, 19 minutes long was I spent like 4 or 5 minutes talking about Geister's Core and how I wanted to turn my account, which is funny because what we're talking about before, into like an Arania, Geister, Star Alchemist Holmes Young account. And then when I went back and looked for the video, I was like, no, it's too long, and I couldn't cut it because I was talking about other heroes. But I must have filmed that video 5 or 6 times, and every time I talked about Geister's Core. And then when you're making a video and you've done it 5 or 6 times in a row, you forget what you've already spoken about and assume you've already said it. So I didn't mention Geister's Core in my Transcendence video, but I did in all the other takes I'd done. I just forgot to mention it there. So yeah, it's difficult. It is difficult. But yeah, right. I get you what you're saying. I don't know. No, but he wasn't nice, and that again is fine. It's funny because I'm not going to say who. I spoke to a few people afterwards, about it, to ask. Like I wanted. It's funny. I nearly messaged you, Rake, but I thought no, you're busy. So I messaged a couple other people, and I wanted to get like an objective view on it. And to say, like, am I right to feel put out by this? And then it's funny, those conversations, it was nice to have proper conversations, And yeah, it was weird. No one, bear in mind, I don't know those people I spoke to particularly well. They certainly know MK better than I know MK. It was like a weird thing where they were all like, oh, we found it weird. Like everyone said that. And so I was like, oh, maybe it's not just me. But one of them said, one of them said, oh, I'm sure when he edits it, he'll be more favourable. And I said, but why would it be more favourable? Like, if you're doing reaction content, you're not doing it to be positive. And again, fine. I honestly, MK does this full time. It's his income. It's different to me doing it as a hobby. If he doesn't want to be positive, he doesn't have to be positive. And I actually hope the video, when it comes out, does really well, because that way it will put more people on my channel, and hopefully they're not doing it for negative reasons. Because we do need content creators in a game, you know. No, he hasn't posted it already. I just saw it. Well, Zarin, has he already sent the video out? Was he already released the video? I didn't think he had. No, but as I said, don't hate on it. Everyone's got their own way, and it's fine, isn't it? No, but oh, you saw it live, Zarin. Yeah, it was yeah, it was a bit humbling, as I said, but I woke up the next day and I was fine. And I haven't really thought about it since. I genuinely haven't. It hasn't bothered me. It ruined my morning, and then I was completely over it. Yeah. Yeah, and Rake, to be fair, that's the other side to it as well, right? And he even mentioned he's on 100,000 subs and I wasn't even on 1,000 subs. And he said that, which is obviously valid, but it's even more reason why he shouldn't possibly be doing it. Personally. You know, if anything, it should be me on 1,000 subs trying to clout chase someone on 100k subs, not the other way around. Like, it shouldn't be, you shouldn't really take digs at someone lower down the food chain in this niche, I don't think. But listen, hey Pac-Man, how you doing, bro? Yeah, but Koji, maybe no, don't dislike. Listen. Well, I'll give you a brief story. When we had my first child, my wife went on maternity leave. And then when she came off maternity leave, she started a new job, hated it, and quit literally the first day. She came home and she's like, I can't do it. So I went out and I delivered pizzas 4 or 5 nights a week, as well as working full time because we couldn't afford a baby. And it gave me an appreciation of people doing stuff they didn't want to do, because I found it quite demeaning, and I don't know why, and I don't look at it as demeaning now. So I always appreciate that people have got to do what they've got to do. And I done that for 6 months while she learnt computer stuff, and that's what she does full time now, which is incredible, right? Self-taught, and she's got a good job now. So I've always had an appreciation that people always step up and do what they want to do. And as I said, in a game like Idle Heroes, where there's not a lot of content, ripping into someone's tier list is absolutely fine. It's me. That obviously sucks. But yeah. Oh, bless you, Paco, joining in whilst you're on a break. No negativity. Yeah, exactly, Koji. I wouldn't do it, but then I'm in a different position. I don't need to do it. You know, I don't need to do it, so it's fine. Right. I appreciate the support, right? Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, is it Rake? Say it was Rake or Barry. Like, they're in a different position, aren't they? Because it's like a power dynamic, isn't it? It's like a vulnerability. There's like a vulnerability to it. It's like if a really old man started me on the street, I'm not going to beat him up because it's not a good look, because he's more vulnerable. And that's like, yeah, but someone used the term, it must have felt like he was punching down. I was like, yeah, it did, to be fair, a little bit, and it felt disappointing, especially because we had MK on stream and we got on and we spoke and it's fine. So I do, yeah, disappointed, but as I said, in hindsight, I'm not actually down there. But Ali, to be fair, I spoke to Ali about it, and I was I spoke to Ali that day, didn't I, Ali? And I wasn't happy. But then since then, I honestly, I'm over it, completely over it. And if anything, as I said, it might help the channel. It will help the channel out. I'm not looking forward to the comments that will inevitably pop up, but I'm a big boy. We can handle it together, and I'm sure plenty of you will have my back with the comments. But in terms of, as I said, what he said, as I said, I don't disagree. That's the thing as well. It's not like I disagree with what he said. The points he made, valid, vast majority of them. He couldn't seem to grasp the fact that the tier list itself was split, and so he was saying, well, this hero isn't very good at V4, and it's like, well, no, but the next one's T5, like it's an in-between kind of thing. But that's neither here nor there. Yeah, Zarin, 100% Reiki's Big Brother vibes. And that has been the way. And we said at the start, he supports, it's not just me, Excalibur Gaming, I see Rakes on there, Pendix he supports, it's really nice. I don't think anyone's hated on Barry here. I've never hated on Barry. Yeah. Barry's absolutely fine. Barry comes across as an absolutely sound dude who I think has been beaten down by so much criticism over the years. Which is just a shame. And it's just so unnecessary. I like Barry. And I don't think anyone's made any comments here about Barry, have they? I would certainly tell him not to, because he comes across as nice. And you can also tell, the one thing I have said about Barry is he doesn't come across like he likes the game that much anymore. And maybe it's just because he's been doing it for 6-7 years and that's why he doesn't. But that's no reason to dislike him. Yeah. Panda. It's funny, right? I don't think that Barry clickbaits. He did do one video, which I was really surprised that he did. And it was the best code in Idle Heroes or whatever it was. And it was the code to buy the points directly off DH Games. And I was like, oh, that was a bit brutal. But I've never found the rest of his videos clickbait. Like, to make thumbnails in this game is like so difficult because it's like, what are we doing? Yeah. Oh, did I say 6-7? Did I say that? 6-7. Yeah, but do you know what I think? Because Barry gets criticised. I don't go on Reddit anymore. Barry gets criticised on Reddit and on the Discord and all that stuff. And so it's almost like it's not a surprise that his mind kind of switched off from it. And I just feel bad because he's a nice guy. Like, I don't get how you can dislike him. I can get how you maybe don't really like him. But he's so inoffensive, like as a person. I watched one of his old videos the other day, and it was talking about DH Games sent him some stuff when his wife was pregnant. And it was such a cool video, and I really enjoyed it. But now he just does informational videos now, doesn't he? Yeah. Everyone leave me alone. Oh, Ali, I see your message too. Yeah, I don't have an issue with Barry's videos. They're just informational ones, aren't they? But do you know what I find weird? Am I missing something with Barry? He doesn't actually do any gameplay videos now, does he? Or does he? I don't get them crop up. I see him do like his event preview stuff. But I don't get, because he's like, isn't he like top of Aspen Dungeon? But I don't ever see him actually posting gameplay, unless I've just missed it. I might have just missed it, to be fair. Because he'll go like 2 weeks without posting it, and then he posts like 5 videos in a day. I don't know, maybe he does. Why don't they pop up on my feed then? Because I find Barry's videos very easy to watch. Like, I don't find them difficult. Yeah. But yeah, I don't have an issue with Barry. I feel bad for Barry. I think he's been given the shit end of the stick by a lot of people. And that I think that, yeah, it must just be difficult for him now to kind of come away from that, which is just a shame, because he's got an amazing couple of accounts. And you don't get that far and that long playing the game without knowing a serious amount of stuff. So I just feel bad for him. Is that patronising? I don't mean it in a patronising way. But I know that he's also enjoying playing like World of Warcraft and stuff, isn't he? Paco, have a good one, bro. See you later. There isn't going to be a war. Can you imagine how one-sided that beef would be? I appreciate some of you. Koji, you made me die. When you were arguing with someone in the comment section the other day, when he said D6 isn't late game, and you just went completely ham on him, and I didn't see until like yesterday or the day before. I would have said like, yeah, backed you up. I didn't see the actual argument take place. It was just funny. Rake, no, don't respond. Because the thing is as well, he might not even post it. I don't know. He might not even post it. And as I said, if he does post it, it's fine. Honestly, it's fine. Yeah. It would have been much more annoying to me a couple of months ago. But now I've got you guys, and to be fair, we're a lot more solid now. Like, the community-wise, we're solid, so it's not going to impact me. I'd have been like, really, do you know what would have been worse? Do you know what we wouldn't be here today having this conversation? If he'd have done it on my original tier list videos, which were fucking abysmal, and he'd done it right at the start, I would have quit. 100%, because I wouldn't have, yeah. But now, it doesn't, yeah, so I'm really not bothered. No, well, Finn, don't go and watch. I don't know when it was. Panda knows when it was. I don't know what day. In fact, I can tell you what day it was because I watched the day after. But it's funny because I spoke to someone afterwards. Yeah, I spoke to someone afterwards, and he said the thing is that annoyed him is that if MK did a tier list video, it'd be like this. The tiers would be basically the same as what I did. And I said, yeah, I think most people's would be. There wasn't anything glaring there. And then it gave Will the boost he needed to make his tier list, which I loved watching. Yeah, Will, sorry, I didn't realise you were still here. Oh, Rake, don't. Rake, thank you for dropping in, bro. I do appreciate you dropping in. I'll see you later. Have a good weekend. Yeah, well, and because and even down to, I think he said at the end of the video, because I said at the end of my video, can we please not comment down below if we'd change one hero from one tier to another? And the reason I said that, it's not that you can't disagree with what I've done, but I didn't want the comment section to be full of, oh, I'd put this one lower, because it's just irrelevant. Like, that's where the subjectivity comes into it. Obviously, if you turn around and said the person at the top should be down at the bottom, fine. Clunky, how you doing, man? Oh, bless you. I know you would. I know you would. Oh, you guys are so... Oh, you make me feel so good. No, listen. There's not going to be a beef. It's not going to be a beef. And there doesn't need to be a beef. And it's just irrelevant, isn't it? I'm irrelevant to him. And that's fine. So, you know, yeah. Yeah. And that's absolutely fine. But Clunky, yeah, how are you, Clunk? My man with the crown. I don't know. He has got, even though I think my follower is a little bit more rabid than he is, especially if I've got Koji backing me up. Mudslinging like anything, I think would be good. Oh, Koji, that Marvel Rivals stuff's wild. That poor guy at Kingsman. I don't watch Marvel Rivals. This has made me so much more interested in it though, because I used to like Overwatch. Oh, thanks, Finn. Yeah, we had a massive month of growth, like huge. Like we went from 700. I was really not annoyed. I was disappointed that I didn't get to 700 for New Year's Day, and then we're like 3 weeks in, and we're at nearly 1100. So we nearly got 400 in a month, which is amazing. Koji, yeah, no, it was good, man. It was good. But Marvel Rivals, yeah. So basically, the Marvel Rivals thing, there was a content creator tournament, and there was a $40,000 prize. And so if you imagine, there was a guy like Kingsman who would be like me, say, but say I was doing this full time, who would be like me, a lot smaller creator. And then there was some of the bigger creators, say like MK or Barry or Rake. Obviously, in the Marvel Rivals space, the bigger content creators earn fortunes. And the people on Kingsman's team weren't taking it seriously whatsoever. And Kingsman was saying, shit, I want this money. Can we please play properly? And they were like, nah, we're not doing it. We don't care. And he actually ended up getting kicked out. But then since that's happened, all the drama has been about the girls that were on his team that were like, yeah, we don't care about winning. And it's actually got a little bit brutal. But yeah, he's good. He's good. I like, but it's got him so much attention, obviously, that he didn't have before, because people's working on him and giving him shit. Oh, Zarin, I just saw your comment about being an irrational fan who hates on anyone saying anything negative. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I'm one of them people. But then it's funny. It's funny. I'm a ride and die bitch. However, I will then say in private to the person, you were in the wrong. But you bet your ass I'd be fucking dying on the hill for my friends. Osama Iqbal. What you've got to bear in mind is the reason that it would be really... what is next week's event? The reason that it's really good to do the 150... Yeah, you can get them from here. You can get them from here. I wouldn't buy them now with cash or anything. Make sure you've bought them from the marketplace. The reason you do 150 treasure tickets, I'm sure you know this just in case, is obviously so we can get here. Is it that important to do those extra 16 in retro gaming? It doesn't matter. Make sure you're buying your tickets from the marketplace every day. No, not from the market. He's in the market, but where is it? With the arena coins. And then even next week, you've got mysterious chests where you can get some chests, like just to top it up. So you can do that to get them, but don't spend real money because like it's stupid expensive to buy the treasure tickets. Stupid. Yeah, Finley, he's got loads, man. He's absolutely sorted now. Who would win, me or MK? Listen, that's a different conversation. Obviously, I would, but that's a different conversation. Yeah, 100%. Liam, can I see when someone subbed to my channel? No. Sometimes it crops up when a new person subs, but I don't normally see who they are. And there. Oh, Simon, what are you doing? Thanks, bro. Nice. We've got a new... Osama. Right. What colour do you want your name to appear in next week's stream? That's right, Osama. Anytime, man. You don't have to be a member because I gave you some advice, dude. All my advice is free. It's just not always very good. You need to pick a colour. Osama, purple. Okay. Absolutely fine. So, your name will appear on the event previews and obviously on stream from next week. I appreciate that, man. Bless your heart. Welcome to the club. How'd you get a crown? So, no, I don't want to start doing this. Who's the OG of my subs? It's a gentleman called Dave. I actually can tell that. It's Dave. And it's someone I've mentioned before because he's commented on my videos since like literally day one, and he's my first sub because when I go on my subscribers, not everyone shows up, but he is there. Yeah, but Kay, don't be a donut. I love you to pieces, but I don't want you to think you have to do that. Ali, check my DMs. I'm in my DMs. You're not in my DMs. Who have you sent it to? Oh my goodness. Iskra Carabao. No, Cesarian, what it is. I don't mind advertising it, but I'm not asking anyone to do it, right? So, Ali's got golden crowns because he donates lots of memberships, right? And then, I can't remember if it was Jason or Clunky first, gifted 5 subs or memberships. So I was like, oh, well, you get a crown. And then Jason done it last week. So I was like, oh, you get a crown. And then Koji done one today, but done 2 today, but he'd already done a few before. So I was like, well, Koji's going to get a crown. So it's not a set in stone thing. In my opinion, it's complete garbage. So I'm getting flamed in Rake's Discord now. He doesn't... Why is he doing that? Why is he causing himself problems, though? Oh, Maisie, thank you so much, by the way. That's awesome. Maisie just sent me a message as well. Yeah, I don't know why he's doing it. I know he can't... Listen. But he doesn't have to create problems for himself sticking up for me. Where's that? Listen, Ray, I've always said to you guys, he's a fantastic guy. And he gets nothing back from it, which is how you know it's genuine, right? Where's he sticking up for me? Oh, I can't see it. That's not on his Discord, is it? Oh, is that on the Arda Heroes Discord? Oh my god, no, he's gonna get... Oh, is that on MK's Discord? That's even worse. It's even worse. Because... Same as I would hope, if someone came to my Discord and started flaming me, you guys, you'd have my back. I know you'd have my back. I wouldn't need to worry about that. Well, I can't find it. Has it already been deleted? I can't actually find the discussion anywhere. You dox him. Koji, yeah, because you were part of the white hat thing. Oh, yeah, go and get him. Oh, it's on SG Hub. Okay. Yeah, but even more, that's his place of business, man. He doesn't need to get involved. I didn't skip any heroes. They're talking about... They said I skipped Finn. I talked about Finn. I said he's a fun PvP hero. Ah. Yeah, and then Tiamat, the guy that's criticising my list, just said I didn't watch the entire video. So what are you criticising then? What is going on? Oh, Will's there, sticking up for me as well. Good man, Will, if you're still here. Good man, Will. Finn, I'll see you later, dude. Nice to see you again. Tiamo saying Finn was in the trash category and didn't even talk about him. That's not true. I didn't have a trash category. I had a fun category. I'm going to comment. I've commented. So if anyone wants to see the drama live, to be fair, we can watch it live on here. Right. Let's get the Discord up. We could all watch it. We could all watch it in live. Hold on. So we can all fight together. Hold on. Where is it? I'm in SG Hub, aren't I? General chat. Let's get it in here. And so everyone can see what I'm laughing at. No, it's not. That isn't what I fucking said. Yeah. I'm not going to argue with people on Discord. Yeah, Maisie needs to join. Hold on, we're streaming. You guys can all see how slow I am now. With all my old man emotes. I don't. Oh, DVAG. That's actually banging. That's a great idea. Do you know what I don't get? And hear me out with this. Would you criticize something? Because maybe people do it, right? Would you criticize something that someone's done without watching it first? So this guy's criticized my tier list and then has fully admitted he hasn't watched it. This is on the SG Hub, which is Rake's one. Isn't it funny? Why is he now? Maisie. I don't. Yeah, go on, Zari, get in there. Everyone get in there. Come on, let's get the squad in. Interp. He's telling me what I meant. He's telling me what I meant. It's like, no, I'll tell you what I fucking mean. Because it's a game. Yes, Kay. Get in there, Kay. Just target Maisie, yeah. Cobalt, have a great performance tonight, dude. I hope it really goes well. Yeah, Tiamo's stupid. uh, if I was Tiamo, I wouldn't be talking back to Maisie. I can fucking tell you that now. Yeah, I know. Ali, he said some stuff. Who's Boquin? Is that Zarin? Is that you? And he's funny, right? And do you know what makes me die? Is that people will be really outrageously horrible about something. And then when I show up, they change their tone. And I find it really weird. It's like anyone can criticize me and we can have an open discussion about it. Because this guy, Tiamo, he obviously loves Finn. Rather than being like, your list is shit because Finn wasn't there, he could message me. We could have a conversation. I'd love to learn. Oh, is it DVAC? Nice. I'd love to learn about it. But rather than do that, they're just like, shit tier list because Finn's in the fun category. DVAC, I love you, by the way. He's proper changed his little tune. Oh, now he's broke. Now he's broke. So he's broke and he has shit opinions. Fantastic. Several. This is the busiest the SG Hub general chat has been in months. Who have I? I've been ranked up. Fantastic. Oh, he called Maisie a retard. He called Maisie a retard. Are you about to watch everything go nuclear right now? Go on, mate. Maisie. Mate. Go for it. There's nothing scarier than a 16-year-old girl. I've maintained this throughout my whole life. They're scary no matter how old you are, no matter what gender you are. 16-year-old girls, terrifying. Yeah, do you know what? I didn't know Rake didn't obviously like MK. Completely different people. Completely different people, to be fair. I feel like I should be backing Maisie up, but I also feel like I don't want to get in her way. No, Panda. Oh my god, Maisie's getting it. No, that's not how it works. I think you could machine gun Maisie into 1,000 pieces and she'd still come out winning. Because she just doesn't care. And it's no, Finn's not horrible. Kay, Finn's not horrible. I don't mind Finn. It's funny because he's not allowed. For some reason, he's not allowed to post gifs. Everyone else is allowed. I don't know if his Rake's taking them down when he's posting it, or he's just banned him from doing it. Do you know what it is, Koji? On a serious note, and I've spoken to a few people about it. I I think the problem is that if you were like at the higher end of the game, it's not an issue that there's obviously players below you, but if those players stray out of their lane, they don't like it, which is why I now am doing beginner content, I'm doing my own account stuff, and I am completely not giving advice unless it's basic stuff. So I feel like maybe MK strays from his lane a little bit in certain people's opinions. But I feel like, so what I'll do, I will go back to the game. So as Sandy said, we'll go back to the game. I'll keep the Discord up because I feel like I should back up if needed, but I also don't want it to become. I've got so many messages. Yeah, Finn, it's Maisie's been released. Panda's in there. Everyone's in there now. And he has stopped shitting on my tier list because he's realised there's like 10 people against him now. Oh, funny. Your Discord, I think it's because there's too many comments, dude. I think there's too many comments now for the game. Hold on 1 second. Oh, not for the game, for the thingy. I think it's struggling to deal with it. Yeah. And I think what she can't take it. No, there's no way. What Discord? Jason, it's on the SG Hub Discord. To be fair, Pavel, hey Pavel, how you doing, man? To be fair, as I've already said, it's not so much what MK was saying. I sound like such a parent, right? It's not what was said, it was the way it was said that was a little bit narky and a little bit unnecessary. I didn't even particularly disagree with his comments. Rake seemed to take it personally. Rake obviously doesn't like MK, but yeah, I don't know. It's interesting because he filmed it as a video, so I presume he's going to release a video on it. So we'll see how it's edited, etc., and just go from there, I suppose. Koji, I don't have ops. Do I? Do I have ops? Hey, ops. Yeah, go on, Finn. Tiama's trying to get Maisie timed out. But he's like, you can't do that. You can't start something and then say get out. Yeah, I'm gonna put a couple of sorry guys. I completely see that we've gone off piste. That's all right, Pac-Man. I'll see you. This makes me laugh, man. And it's funny because it's not serious, is it? Like it's just one of those things. Yeah, it's not letting me put gifts in the chat either. Oh, there you go. No, it's not. Why is it not letting me do it? There you go. Let me put it there. I don't know. I don't know how to join SG Hub. I think I got sent an invite. I don't know how to do it though, dude. And now there's people that I don't think are part of our group that are also agreeing. So this is so funny though, right? Because it's so unnecessary. And this is the problem with a game like this. And VH, you are an incel for trying to force this even more. What have I done? What have I done? Oh, but he's blocked me. Or he's been blocked. Oh, he's been blocked. Bye in chat. Eric, I do get your point to be fair, and you're right. I shouldn't have put Discord up live because it can be silly without a delay because you never know what people are going to put. I would also suggest that 44 people. How are 44 people watching me talk about a Discord argument that's irrelevant? Okay. Yeah, Maisie, I appreciate you so. I love you so much. You get a special heart for that. Well done, sticking up. It's just weird. And to be fair, he called me an incel. Which I don't get because I'm married with 2 children. I'm probably the most unincel person in the world, right? Yeah, Maisie, I appreciate it. My little trooper. Yeah, she'll get a special mention. Don't worry. Someone just messaged me, Clunky. What we're gonna do? Interesting. Clunky. We are gonna do account reviews. Let's see. What are you saying? Clunky, are you on Android? If you're on Android, Clunks, send me through the account info, and actually we will log onto your account because you'll be good practice. Because I want to do account reviews because MK's always had popularity with it, and I like doing account reviews. But the difficulty is, as I've said before, going onto people's accounts that have like followed the meta. It's hard to then be like, well, this is what I do, because well, if you followed it, you followed it. So we've got people like Ben and Ali who have got incredible accounts. So the account review is going to be more of like a showcase. But I'd love it if there was newer players who wanted advice and stuff like that, and we can help on stream, and I'd make videos on it, etc. So yeah, I'd love it if you send through your account info now. I'll obviously shut down the screen. We'll log onto your account and we'll go through your account and give you any advice we can. So yeah, just send it through to me now. Your the email and the password, and then we'll do it and we can go through it. DVAC. Oh, by the way, DVAC, thank you so much for the support in there. I appreciate it. Yeah, Will probably does. I don't know. It's just weird, and this is what I don't necessarily understand. Yeah, Clunky, send it through now, dude. No, we're fine. We've got time because, to be fair, I've done what I wanted. I've done the tickets. We've got some time because I started the stream early. So you can send it through and we'll go through it on stream. We'll have a little look. If I then want to turn it into a video, I'll message you later and we'll do it, and I'll do it separately and I'll record it all separately. I don't like ripping stuff off stream for videos. I've tried it a few times and I just didn't like doing it. It didn't really work for me. But yeah, do you know what I find really weird? I am like the most approachable person. So if the people know that, I get DMs from everyone and I respond to everyone and we have conversations. Eric, you did cop man. I feel like you're a cop man. Eric, I'd love to look at your account. You're an absolute G. You've been really helping out. We'll show Eric. Short King's actually at the top. Normally it's Eric at the top. So yeah. Well, my non-meta account's going to be a cop man. Zentros. Yes. Okay, Zentros. Are you on the Discord? Are you on Android and are you on Discord? Doing everyone's accounts. Yeah, DM me on the Discord, bro. The Discord's in the comments. Right. I'm going to quickly turn off the screen. You just drunk 3 months? No way, you don't need to go outside. You went outside less than 2 hours ago. We're not going back outside. No, you can cry all you want. You're not going back outside. My dog is desperate to go back out, but I'm going to try and make her not go outside because I don't actually think she needs to go. Clunky, is there anything specific you don't want me showing on your account? Or are you quite happy for me to show everything? Perfect. That's fine, man. It's good that you feel lost. I know that sounds a weird thing to say, but the chances are I can help you if you feel lost, if you're at the early stages of an account. Yeah, as I said, I try and stay in my lane with things, which means that early game and mid game, I'm fine giving advice. Past that, I don't really like to. I have a monster addiction too. Ultra Rosa. Right, this is Clunky's account. Let's look at Clunky. VIP 6. Early VIP 6. You went Williams. And he's Destinied. Wukong, Queen, Madeline, Holmes Young, Betty. I'm confused a little bit by the Patricia. DVAC, it's fine. We can always start wars anytime you want. She's a tenant. Is she a tenant? She's a tenant for Williams. Okay, that makes a... Well, it doesn't... Yeah. See, this is where I would struggle a bit, because I feel like you've ran before you can walk a little bit. I don't know what everyone else thinks. Is it, what was your Wukong's? Okay, no, so you've got him subbed up and you've got Queen subbed up. No, to be fair, as a trio of heroes, Queen, Wukong and Williams does make sense because I presume Madeline's next. So Madeline would be next because she's also his tenant, right? But then your Cloud Island's probably not insane, is it? Got all the sunflowers. 63.50. Okay. You've got to stop doing what you're doing, which is, it looks like you've been prioritizing. Oh no, okay, so you've got 4 million there. Okay. If you've done that just because you've got Patricia, don't push for more, because the boosts that you are going to get from the Transcendence heroes are going to be significantly better. Ah, you're going to turn her. Are you turning her into a tenant? Kay, thanks for being here, bud. Appreciate it. But Clunky, let's go back through. Hold on. The reason that I think perhaps you've Destiny too early is you're not wrong. What else can you use the DT mats for? That's fine. However, you've also foregone nearly 500,000 spiritual essence to get him from tree 5 to max level, which is stuff that you could have been using to say build and transit. Because how much cot have you got? So you could have built up another hero. Yes, so you're not a cot man, which is great. You've got plenty of Starry Gems and Prisms. Okay, so your Starry Gems is good. You've got some subs. You're fine, dude. So that's why I'd say it's a bit weird. Is that no worries, Zentros. We'll have a look in a bit. I wouldn't be building up Patricia for the sake just because she's a tenant. What I would probably suggest that you would do is that you'd build up Sylvie to be a Transcendence tenant. She's going to do a lot more for your account than Patricia. And then you've got Sylvie and Madeline as your 2 tenants for Williams. Koji, I know. Isn't it weird how things change? This is better. It is definitely better. The only downside is obviously I'm constantly looking at the screen, not wanting to miss what anyone said. Yeah, so it is Madeline. So I think you go down the Madeline Sylvie route. Madeline's super strong, and I love Sylvie. And the thing with Sylvie is, her CC is fantastic for someone like Williams, because again, you still want people to be building up energy, so you don't want to be locking shit down. But on the plus side, her taunt means that they're not hitting Williams, which gives him more chance of getting his stuff off, which is useful. Understand. But Clunky, don't run before you can walk with it, and still try and have a thought process behind it. Because you haven't got... I know you've got a decent amount of food. Some Oscars. So I understand what you're doing. I like the core of the team. As I said, I would just suggest that the spiritual essence you've got tied up in Williams could have been used to build up like another T5 hero when you've got another trans. Nearly. That's the only downside to doing what you've done. However, because you've already got 3 Transcendence heroes and 2 of them are T5, 1 of them's Destiny, I feel like that's not too bad. If you just had 1 hero, just Destiny, and you didn't even have a second one, it would be a problem. But I don't mind what you've done. Oh, you've got of course you've got loads of spiritual essence. Because you've done the glory challenge, I'm presuming. Oh, dude, you're fine. I don't know. You're absolutely fine. I love Wukong. I love Queen. The copy could be better. Oh, it's not even a bad copy. It's not even a bad copy, to be fair. For a B-. That's fine. Obviously, we want Madeline to be quicker. What's his copy? Oh, it's a nice one. Skill damage and damage reduction, fine. You've got your resonance gear. That's something I see quite a lot of people not doing. And you've even got it on these guys. Why have you got it on Holmes Young? That's interesting. How far away am I? I'm very close to. I could do mine. I could do 2 more today if I wanted to, but I'm waiting to see how good Oscar becomes. I'm waiting to see how good Oscar becomes. You've got a nice copy of Betty. Clunks, are you going to be making... Yeah, but it doesn't... And it's... Yeah, but it seems weird that you'd have resonance gear, which is still not a problem because you'll need the resonance gear for someone else anyway. No, it's not a bad idea, Clunky, to be fair. And I like the fact that you've done Betty because you can obviously then transcend Betty at some point. What I'm saying is that if you were only doing Patricia and getting her copies to make her as a tenant, it's difficult, and you're not going to really want her as a tenant of your Williams because you won't be able to use her in a team. Whereas if you pushed for Sylvie, you could use Sylvie in your team as well. Yeah, Jason, I get your point, but her CC is not overbearing. And it's funny because I had this same conversation about Basilisk. So the issue with Basilisk is obviously you want the other team to be hitting, but you need some CC. Like, you can't not have CC in your team. No matter how good he is, he'll die by the time he gets his active off round 2 if you don't have any CC. Zarin, yeah. No, I like the idea of that. We'll see, because Oscar, his base hero is insane. Yeah. The only reason I might disagree with you is when you're a spender, like Clunky, not a big spender, but you're a spender, you struggle more on food than resources. So he's going to have the resources to level up his heroes more, which means having like a Tree of Origin 5 or even a Destiny Tenant is actually going to be quite a significant boost. So because he's spending, that might be the route, I say. Because ultimately, he's the main carry, isn't he? No, but then if Wukong does... No, I don't know, Jason. I have Wukong on my team. I have Betty on my team for different areas. The thing is, the further you get in Void campaign, you need to CC him or you die anyway, round 1. So if you're going down this route, you have to have some CC. So I don't think it's a problem. And as I said, Sylvie's CC is Taunt. Taunt's perfect. Perfect. Because at least they're still hitting, they're still building up their energy. Yeah, you can do, Clunky. And to be honest with you, mate, how much are you sitting on? You've got plenty of Stellar. What have you been prioritising out of interest? Because this isn't an old account, is it? I think you must have played. But I feel like you've done stuff really optimally because you're not sitting on fat stacks of anything, which is a good thing. Like, you're not sitting there with loads of excess Stellar because you can't spend it. You're not sitting there with loads of COT. You're not sitting there with loads of subs. Spiritual Essence because you've done the Glory Challenge is fine. So I feel like you've played an absolute fucking blinder. Even resource-wise, you've got your Prophet Orbs are easy for spenders. I'll say that, to be fair. But you've got your Prophet Orbs. You've got loads of Wishing Coins. Got Grim Essence. You do desperately need... That's it, to be fair. You do need to get... So... I know you've got 6 C5s, so you've unlocked the Grimoire. What are you chasing 9? Is that what you were saying? Yeah, but you'd build Betty anyway. What these guys are saying is, who said that? Sorry, there was a new person. Gun Lampoon. So, Lampoon, 100%. So, Betty CC's too strong. However... And I don't know this because I've never played as Williams, but I know this because I use Basilisk, that there are some waves that you almost have to forego what he does, or what Basilisk does, to try and CC lock the fuck out of them. And even if your actives therefore aren't as powerful, it's still fine, because you wouldn't get to that point to doing an active off if you hadn't CC locked them. So I feel like Betty, even though she annoys me, is still kind of like a crutch to have on an account, and obviously it helps you clear Void Vortex. And even more reason for you to do that, because you've already got the Betty here, you've already got the Holmes Young, you've already got an Oberon. So once you get your Arm and Ra up, which you don't even necessarily need, I haven't used it, then you're actually on your way, which you've got Arm and Ra. You can clear Void Vortex like as soon as you transcend Betty, providing you've got Dragon Rui. What are we rocking? Nice. Okay. Wait a minute. Was you not originally a Williams? Oh, nice, Clunky. Yeah. Was you not originally a Williams main? Is that why you got this? Oh, Wukong. Ignore me. I would suggest as well, you need... I'd like to see that be Dragon Rui. Yeah, I know, but he's got the Breath of Forest. So I found he's got the Breath of Forest. It's really difficult to give you because I've never played Williams. What I would say, Clunk, is that you're in a really good spot, right? Like sometimes I see people's accounts and I think, oh my god, I don't want to be horrible, but like, what are we supposed to do with this? And there's other times where I look at it and it's just pure meta, and it's like, okay, it's a bit boring. And there's times where I look at an account, it's like this, and it's like, oh, it's really good. Is this your first ever account, by the way? Out of interest. Yes, that's what I'd recommend, because even though it might sound counter synergistic to Williams, you still need it for certain things. Yeah, we already said Madeline's next. Madeline, it's you'd either do Betty now, because if you do Betty now, you can clear Void Vortex and then get rid of you could get rid of the Holmes Young and the Patricia and whatever, or you'd go Madeline because Madeline's like perfect, right? But I said I would still be looking at Sylvie. So Madeline, I'd still be looking at Sylvie as well, I think. Out of interest, do you think he'd still need Melissa if he's rocking Madeline? Because who else is going to be his team? So he's going to have these two, these three, these four. Depends who else you're going to build out. You're right, Betty would be situational rather than standard. Got your clunks. I wonder what your team's going to look like. As I said, I don't know with Williams. See, it's obvious. If you're an Aspen, it's like, oh, we'll get Elena because she's a tenant anyway. If it's Vulcan, it's get Natalie because she's a tenant anyway. With Basilisk, for me, it was, well, I'm going to get Sylvie. And it just so happens that Sylvie worked perfectly with Basilisk. And then Madeline got released, and so it's another perfect hero. No, I get that. And Jason, I do get it. Especially because it's single buffs, isn't it? I do like Madeline, and she's helped me get through a bit. Yeah. But I like, because Madeline, when she inflicts Frantic Gluttony, she CC sheds as well. And so that's where my thing with Melissa is I'm a little bit in a bad spot with Melissa. I'm using her, and I enjoy using Melissa, but I wonder if I regret almost getting Melissa's core. Because I'd done that before Madeline got released. I'd have definitely done Madeline otherwise. I love Madeline. But it's because I run Sylvie. So everything's like... I love Sylvie. And it's helped me out in loads of ways. Like, it helped me in the Valkyrie wave, like, no end. Koji. Bro, thank you so much for dropping in, man. I'm happy to see you back in the Discord. I love you. I hope you're doing well. Stay safe. Yeah, so I am biased because I love Sylvie, and Sylvie works well with Basilisk. And therefore Madeline's perfect. And it's almost like I don't therefore have a spot for Melissa, apart from certain waves. But no, so Clunky, that's great. Your team looks great. I like the fact that you're not overcooked on your resources, because that is the issue that some people come across, is where like they take the Stellar too seriously and they're sitting there with 20 million Stellar, and it's like, bro, you got 20 million Stellar and no cot, what are you doing? But no, you're fine. I'd say Origin artifacts, I feel like you're low on artifacts, but you've got the right artifacts. So it's not like you're in like a horrendous situation. But I would certainly, whilst food is a little bit your issue, use the time to get a couple more artifacts to build them up. Ah, Will, Will, with a great bit of advice. People are starting to think of replacing DGN / Melissa with Madeline in the Nuke Squad in Endgame. It just doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me that that's happening. And what made me laugh, talking about MK, he was ripping me on the video, saying that, why do I need Madeline? I've got Wukong for shields. Like Wukong's for shields, not Madeline. It's like, that's not why Madeline's used, you donut. But whatever, that's not the reason she's mainly used. It's for shields, but it's the buffs that you get when you've got a certain amount of shields, and the Frantic Gluttony, which does extra damage, and then she CC sheds, and she's fantastic. So yeah, that's why I think she'll end up replacing I think she'll replace Melissa. By the end of this year, I think we'll view Melissa the same way that we view Freya, in that Freya used to be essential, and then a couple others came along like Melissa, and it kind of pushed her out of that support role. No, but yeah, what I like Sylvie for is one, the Oathbreaker, where she takes hits, and it's the taunt. So I run her with a Dragon Rui, and she taunts everyone. The last Valkyrie Flame Strike Sigmund wave I done was her taunting like everyone, and then it made me survive the counter burns when they got CC'd. It's like a version of Gaggy, I suppose, where Gaggy does it. Yeah, and obviously that's another thing Madeline does, isn't it? I'm happy that I never got killed by Natalie. I never built her on my main account. Right, sorry, we're doing a review for Clunky. No, well, I agree with you. I really like her, but I think the thing is, you can only have 6 people on a team. And I know there's other heroes, etc. I think Melissa will find her way out of the lineup for Madeline. But I'm not talking about Endgame, because I don't know about it. But certainly, if you're talking about who to build first between Madeline and Melissa, I think it's going to be Madeline. Get more food, origin artifacts for Dree. Yeah, the thing is, Clunky, with food, there's not an awful lot that you can force. Okay, so you're a... Okay, sorry. Oh, you're a 6-1. Nice, dude. I think that's... Is that not impressive? The D2 Williams? 10 million attack? I think that's impressive. Wukong Quick. So you've only got 3 heroes. That's really solid, I think. Your star spawn's like... Level 1... just short of max. Why can't you max it? Oh, you haven't got the yellow or the orange cores. Yeah, Clunky. Hold on. Okay. It doesn't make a massive difference, Clunk. Realms Gate 114. That's fine. One more to go there. I'm not going to check your Void Arc. You've been using all your cores. That's fine. I don't like how this is set out. It's not the worst I've seen. You could make it a little bit prettier. Why am I surprised Williams is only level 30? I don't know why. Oh, that's 10 million attack. It's difficult, isn't it? At least you've got... Yeah, because my Wukong, I can only get to like 30. And my Wukong, I think, would have... Yeah, my Wukong's definitely going to have more than your Wukong. Yeah. Mine's like 4 times that. So I struggled with Wukong for whatever reason. Yeah, Pavel, this is Clunky's. We're looking at it. And I'm really impressed with it. I'm sorry, this is why I'm not great at account reviews, because I just want to look for it all, and then I forget I've got to speak. But I think, I said, bear in mind I don't use Williams. Resource management looks fantastic. I like the 3 that you've picked. I like the fact Madeline's going to be next. I like that we've got Betty there ready to go. I I don't like the B- on Patricia, but I get you're going to make her as a tenant, but I'd rather see Sylvie. Urania. What's the Urania for? Out of interest. Jason, hate to say it on your stream, but if you haven't watched Idle Heroes VC late game tier list, you should. Breaks down heroes nicely. Yeah, we've been, to be fair, Jace, because Idle Zeros is here, isn't he? That's the guy who's done the tier list. We've been talking about it loads. I understand, Clunky. It does make sense. I get what you're saying. What I would say though, I would still try and have a pot because, as I said, what you're doing is fine. But if you're pulling Patricia's out of chests to build her up, I'd say that's the wrong way of going about it. Because if you want 9 E5s to unlock the Grimoire, that makes perfect sense, right? But then you're going to regress those heroes because you're not going to get to a point where you don't need 9 E5s, obviously, in your bag. So you're either going to build them up to strip them back down for the food, or they'll stay there until you need the food, but don't be pulling out copies of like Patricia to build her up. I don't know if you have been doing that, and I presume you probably haven't had to because we've been getting Patricia from certain events. But yeah, so that's what I say. So, because once you unlock the Grimoire, say you've got 9 E5s, and you unlock that stage of the Grimoire and you level it up, you can then go below 9 E5s and you still get the boosts from it. So yeah, you don't have to worry about that. Yeah, I think Oscar is the one that's changing a lot of people's minds about everything because his base hero looks so good. Like I'm literally waiting now on my account before I can make another 2 Destiny heroes. I've only got 4, but I'm waiting to see what he's like because that'll completely change up not just whether I build Oscar, but who else I build. I mean, I'm definitely building Oscar for the stream anyway, but then whether I regress him or not. The last 2 heroes I've done that with was Madeline and obviously Basilisk, and they're both on the team. You hit Purgatory 145. Have you hit Purgatory 1? Am I going crazy here? Am I just underestimating how good this Williams is? Has my mind been warped? Because I feel like that's really far to go. I suppose you've got Wukong as well. The pink monster's really nice, so whatever. Hey Dusk, how you doing, man? Ah, I know, and you got 2 of us. You got 2 for 1. Because Idle Zeros is here as well. He's the guy that, if you've been watching stuff, just done his Void campaign tier list. So you've got 2 absolute legends right now. So to sum it up, Clunky, I love your account, and do you know what would be really fun? I want you to remind me because I forget all the time about whose people's accounts I've looked at. I want to see this. So you started in September. Look, I want to see this in like another month's time because I feel like you're quickly going to ramp up. Because once you get to 95s, I think you can get rid of Holmes Young. Once you've cleared Void Vortex, you can get rid of Holmes Young. You can change Patricia's to be a different tenant, whether it's Sylvie or whatever you do, but you can build Madeline up. Yeah, and I'll be fascinated to see. I wouldn't rush to another Destiny hero because, as I said, I think it limits you on spiritual essence, but you've got 1.9 in the bag. But no, yeah, get Madeline up, get whoever you want next up. That'll be interesting. And then I want to see more. I want to see more of your account because I think you've run it so nicely. Like it's really impressive. And this is the problem. This is what I say why like account reviews are really hard to do Because what advice can I give you? You haven't wasted anything. You've kept everything like in great proportion. The one thing I would say is, bear in mind your VIP6, you are light on origin artifacts. But it hasn't slowed you down. So it's like, why does that matter? Just, yeah, I'm just really impressed, dude. Yeah, I mean, you're even completely on top of all this. What's the, and yeah. Like, proper impressed, Clunk. I'm so happy. I'm so happy to see an account like that. Because it's not your standard account. It's a little bit standard, but I normally just see Aspen accounts and stuff like that. So it's nice. And it's nice that he's got Madeline as well. Which obviously pings into Wukong. Where are you? Actually, one last thing. Where are you in Stellar Challenge? You've got no more tickets. You've been using all your tickets. Oh, you've been struggling. Okay, that's fair. But at least you got there. At least you got there. That's the important thing, isn't it? So you've got to level like 145 of Purgatory. You're at chapter 6 in Void Campaign. You've finished the Stellar Challenge and you've got 3 Transcendence Heroes. Super impressed and really cool account. I really like seeing that. Thank you so much. Don't go on it yet until I've logged out. Hold on. Let me just put my info in. Because otherwise it will go in like this infinite loop where it's going to try and kick me out because, yeah. Right. What I've just done, I've just altered off all these heroes on his account. Funny. It wouldn't be funny. Yeah, you can't push any further now, but that's fine. Like, you're absolutely fine, man. Yeah, keep up. Yeah, it'd be really nice to see it in a month's time. It'd be really nice to see it in a month's time. Will and Yurt are having like a proper intellectual chat about proper stuff. I'm going to ignore it. When his Void Boss video come out, I've got to be honest, and to be fair, it depends, right? I'd need someone like Will or Sideshow or someone like that to sit down with me for like 45 minutes or whatever, or even if I just send off. I can't do a video on something I know nothing about. So my Void Boss experience is limited just because I haven't bothered doing it. So I can't do a video on it because I don't know what I'd say. And I know there is some resources out there. I don't want to just copy and paste it and just put my voice to it. I want to learn a bit about it. So, because I want to see how good Basilisk can do. But I don't know how to set the teams up properly for this. And the thing is, because you only get 3 fights a day, it's a bit like, a bit shit. But yeah, I will probably talk to Will about it at some point. I appreciate he's a busy man, especially if he gets to do any more tier lists. Then he might not have the time. But either that or, as I said, Sideshow. I don't want to bore Sideshow too much. Asking him to do shit for me. But I need to learn more about the Void Bosses. Especially because but the other side is as well, I don't want to keep on going through them because I want to make a video. I don't want to push too far. I do have 2 deified snow hearts. See, I found out. So I've got the cloak on. Where are they? One. Oh, I've actually got Will of Winters. Oh no, deified snow hearts. That's what you said. Yeah, 2. I've got 2. I've got 2 of them. I've got a couple of spiritual mirrors, but only glittery. I've got the cloak. I've got lingering. I've got breath of forest. The cloak has been a fucking godsend, man. Like, this has been so useful for me. It's been so good for me on Aspen and things like, and Void Campaign for Basilisk. Been really strong. But I want to complete Void Campaign. Not complete it. I want to complete Chapter 7 being under 40 million power. Attack. Maisie, I knew what I said when I said it. Leave me alone, okay? So yeah, basically, I need to do some work into it. In the same, it's funny. Thanks, Will. I know they are. I just don't. It's funny because Rake says the same thing, right? Rake says, "Oh, always message if I need anything." But I don't want to disturb you guys because it's difficult. I don't want to ask really newbie questions. And the other side is when I've asked people questions before, they're like, "Oh, there's like this infographic," and it's like, again, that's not what I'm asking. It's really difficult because I want to learn. Yeah, but I suppose with Void Boss it is different because it is just straight up. Well, they do this or they do that. Excuse me? Don't you start saying that. He's my boy. He's my boy. I know. To be fair, with Rake, the questions are more creator-wise. Like I feel like, because whenever I've asked Rake questions, he's always been very open with stuff. So I feel like I have asked him about one thing that came across my desk. I said to him, "What do you think about this?" I think Rake's like an open book with stuff, and if I wanted some advice on the YouTube side of things, I could go to him and say, "What do you think about this?" And he'd give me his genuine advice, not through a lens or anything like that, just his straight up advice. Yeah, thanks, Will. We call it at 2 o'clock in the morning. Ali's come back into the chat and he's decided to ignore me, my best friend, and he's talking to Dusk, which is absolutely fine. Who are you saying? Robbie. What did Robbie do? Oh, SpongeBob. Okay, I'm ignoring that. Zentros. Right, have you messaged me your stuff? Hold on. We'll check out Zentros's account. Eric, I don't think I'm going to have enough time for your account. To be fair, if you're free to... Where do you... I might even do it because yours is free to play, Eric, aren't you? No, wait. I've lost where Eric's was. We'll look at both. Right, Zentros free to play. We're going to do both. We'll look at both because I've said we'll look at both. Yeah. Robbie, fuck off. The difficulty is, right, with like content like Void Bosses, I think where there's such a lack of information on there, like, but it's like anything. I didn't know that the Hollow existed for like 2 months after I unlocked Void Campaign because I'd never seen any videos on it at all. So yeah, for me it's a weird one where it's kind of like I don't know, and I don't really want to make a video on something I just can't back myself on. I make enough mistakes as it is. Couldn't have had a more complicated password, could ya, Zentros? That's me struggling. Old man struggling with words that don't look like they make sense. Right, we're looking at Zentros' account. Yeah, I know. Listen, I know the Hollow's important, but as I said, it's just difficult. Pavel, we can't do any more accounts today. I'll happily do yours next week. Everyone's asked for their... No one ever asked for an account apart from Kay. And now everyone's asking for their account. Right, this is Zentros' account. Level 139. Fully free to play. Wukong. Betty. Holmes Young. Onkirimaru. Tenant. Drake. Why is Drake E1? Before I look at this, I'm gonna go through this and then I'll go into it. So first and foremost, I'm seeing a couple of red flags. I'm seeing an E1 Aspen and an E1 Drake and an E2 Onkirimaru. you said you're being pushed towards Aspen, so I'm presuming you're doing the Onkirimaru as a tenant. I wouldn't. And you've just got a lot of food wasted here. Don't feed that Faith Blade. Be really careful making 10-star food. I appreciate it's difficult when your bag space isn't loads. Oh no, you've got plenty of spare there. Because if you use that Faith Blade as food, and then you wanted to build like a Natalie, you might run out of food. Yeah, Robbie's fine. Robbie's just being an idiot. I've known Robbie for like 7 years. He's just messing around. Yeah, Zendros, that's fine. Sorry, I was just making sure I wasn't missing anything. No, and that's what I'm saying. Because you're only on 200 bag space, that's fine. But as I said, the difficulty you've caused yourself now. I would rather you kept Drake at 10-star and made Mockman spot 1 tenant for Aspen, which is what I think. That is what I think is. I'll collect these for you. Don't worry, mate. Alright, and saying Onkirimaru takes up the same slot as Mockman. Oh no, it wouldn't be, it'd be Ass. Oh no. I mean, the stat boosts aren't worth it. I just wouldn't do it. So Zentros, here's the thing. I'm presuming that you've built up Drake to E1 because you want him as a tenant for Lord of Fear Asper that you're going to build up. Couple of things about that. One, base heroes give like nothing. Like, it's so not worth doing. On top of that, you're just wasting food at a point in the game where you can't afford to waste food. On my main account, I've got, in my Basilisk, for instance, just purely for speed purposes, I've got a baby Wukong and a baby Finn. 10-star, just to boost speed. I haven't even built them up, because going to E5 just doesn't really happen. So I would stop doing that Drake. The other thing as well is potentially, it's not the biggest deal, because you want to keep his copies, because at some point, later down the line, you will want him to be E5 anyway. But that is like well down the line. Oh, nice. It's nice you got the C copy. But stop pulling copies of him from places. When you've got enough soul symbol, let's check the bag out. No. We're going to crack on this. Sorry. I wouldn't worry about Onkirimaru. I wouldn't worry about Drake. Drake you will keep, but he's going to go back down to 10-star. Williams, is that food or is that, are you going to build Williams? Queen we're building, that's fine. Tix, Faith Blade. Geester for speed. Field, so at least you've got food here. What are you struggling with at the moment then? Are you struggling with hero copies? What am I missing? Why have you not built anyone else up? How much cot are you sitting on? You are a little bit of a cot man. It doesn't matter right now, but I'd suggest that you chill out a little bit on it. You've got loads of chests, but they're all the Destiny upgrade chests. Okay, listen. I am polite. What I could have said was to Zendros that he's gone well over the top on cop. But it's not like it's impacted him because he hasn't at this stage. Yeah, but at this stage, it's not negatively impacting him. Because even if he, what else is he going to use Stella on? Because I doubt that's what's holding him. Oh no, he's got potatoes. Maybe it has impacted him. Okay, it has slightly impacted him. I mean, I'd regress. I'd get the imprints off of Holmes Young. Why have... By the way, 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, my Glory Challenge video goes live on YouTube. Here's the problem, Zentros. Transcendence Heroes don't count for the Glory Challenge. So you're going to have to regress these at some point to do the Glory Challenge. But you got to T3 and then you didn't go further. What am I missing? Why? You've only got 15 soul symbols. Maybe that's why. And do you know what? It's interesting. In my Glory Challenge video going live tomorrow on YouTube, I did say, calculating it, you've got to be so spot on because there's so many different things. I miscalculated it when I'd done mine. But because mine was a dirty spender account, it didn't really matter. Zarin, you should see. You can see the video already. I put the Glory Challenge videos in the VIP lounge on the Discord, which you must be a part of. Are you on the Discord, Zarin? If you're not on the Discord, join the Discord. You get, because you're a channel member, you get the VIP lounge, where basically I post all my videos early. That's a lie. That's an absolute lie. If I do them far enough in advance, I post all my videos on so that they can look at them and tell me what I've done wrong. Yeah, it's posted yesterday. I posted it yesterday. Oh, thank you, Soul. Oh, bless you. Yeah, but do you know what I found really difficult? Oh, sorry. Right, 1 second, because I want to talk about the Glory Challenge video. So, yeah, Zentros. It's difficult. You're in a difficult spot, man. You need more Stella. I do like the fact that you've got Betty and Wukong. The difficulty is, Betty, you need to get her to T1 and get her core. You need to get her core. Because at the very least, you can bitch and cheese your way through a lot of stuff. So, you're free to play. It's difficult. I know it's difficult. What are we like on resources? What are we like on resources? Right. Where have your profit orbs gone? You tell me right now. Where have your profit orbs gone? You've got to keep your profit. No, go away. Go away. No, you went outside 2.5 hours ago. 2.5 hours. Right. I'm going to take the dog outside for a second. In fact, I'm just going to open the door and then you're going to come back in. 1 second. Yeah, Zentros, you are making the mistake. Yeah, you're making the mistake, right? That everyone makes. No, Panda, listen. She can go like 6-7 hours without going outside, and she does this when she wants to annoy me. So Zentros, you're fine. You need to chill out on spending stuff outside of events because there's no way that you should only be on 4 profit orbs, bro. February's a big event month. You are going to get free stuff without having to complete the events. Hold on to your stuff. Don't spend it. Don't spend your profit orbs. Don't spend your scrolls. Don't spend your wishing coins. I don't think, because you've not got enough. And then by the time you come around to March, you can like reset and you'd have built some stuff back up. No worries, so have a good one, dude. Oh yeah, dude, I didn't even know. I'm not going to use them. By the way, these are to open up space in your bag, so you can use them. I'm not going to do them in case there's a reason they're there. What's your guild looking like? King Clover Guild. Shout out to King Clover. Cool. That's fine. I would... Yeah, bro, it's not fine. Actually, I've lied. Right. What I would do, I would reset... I'm not going to do this. I would reset this for free. And what you've done here, on this side, I would do on your warrior side. So these 4. Yeah? And then I'd do the same for mage. Yes, you'll be fully built out on this side. You've done this. This is really expensive. And you've done it. And bear in mind, this is only benefiting your Betty. So you're stopping yourself getting shape-shifted a little bit. The issue with shape-shifting compared to the stuns and the twines is that very often, like, the shape-shifting is like 100%. So you're not helping yourself an awful lot. So don't do that. Get this side done first on both warrior and mage. Warrior should be your priority, bro, because your Wukong is your highest level. This is Zentros' account, Koji. But no, it's fine. What's your guild set? Well, it doesn't matter what your guild set's like. You're waiting for an awakening event. Why are we specifically? So you've got 17 there. You've got some chests. You haven't got an awful lot of hero copies, though. Who are you going to be awakening? Out of interest? Oh, you've got some copies. Just be careful. Yeah, but now you've got Betty, it's free. No, Finn, and to be fair, that's kind of what I said. It wasn't what he said, because he didn't really disagree with an awful lot. It was the attitude towards it, and it was a lot more, was it necessary, whatever. So yeah, it wasn't he got angry at all. That's what I said. He didn't really say an awful lot. It was just weird. But we're not going to go back over MK. I said Rake covered all of that. So yeah, Zentros, you need to reset, man. You're fine. Wukong and Betty's fine. I need to go get my dog inside because I don't know what she's doing outside. She hasn't come back inside. 1 second. Stay. Just sit on the sofa, you donut. Right. Yeah, but regress it. Build up Wukongs. It'll make your Wukong more powerful. The reason you can't build your Wukong up to Tree of Origin 5 isn't a food issue. It's a stellar issue. So over the next few events, you're going to have at least 2 in February anyway. 2 big events. You need to get stellar. Don't get caught. You don't need caught. You've got enough. Get stellar, build up Wukong, and then you can start building up your Betty. Because you're in a weird spot. It's not food that's holding you back. You got 1, 2, 3, 4. Because I presume you're not building Williams. 4 10 stars. So you can already V4. You can already Tree of Origin 4 Betty. So, I think you're fine. I mean, you're not gonna... Yeah. Have interest. What's happened? Yeah, I'm surprised. Again, you need to get her, man, like, to T1, certainly. Because if you don't get her to T1, you can't use her core. And her core is going to be such a big difference maker. Oh, wow, they hit hard, didn't they? Yeesh. Okay, hit hard comparatively. What music? I can't hear the music. What music is there on? I can't check the account out, otherwise it will show their email address. Oh, okay. So you've got a melodic strings. Mirror. Yeah, your lights and artifacts. So I can tell you for like an absolute fact, you haven't really been completing events. And I think the reason you haven't been completing events is because you've been using resources outside of them. I get what you said. You said this is for fun. It's absolutely fine, dude. I've always said that there's so many different ways of playing this game. And I hate the fact that people say there's only one proper way of playing it. The universal truth, though, is using stuff outside of events and not saving up is just going to kill your progress. But you've picked the two correct heroes. Holmes Young, I'm sure, is still helping you out in places. If you're going down the Aspen route, I get why you're building on Kiromaru, but stop, because there is no chance that you've gotten 7 copies of him naturally. You must have been getting it from chests, I think. So I would stop building on Kiromaru. Yeah, I actually no. Do you know what? Don't stop building on Kiromaru. Keep on building on Kiromaru. For one reason. You want to unlock the Grimoire and you're going to need someone for the Glory Challenge. No, because you're going to have to regress Betty anyway. Ignore what I just said. Get rid of on Kiromaru. Because you're going to have to regress these to get the food and get the spiritual essence out anyway at some point. So Wukong, Betty, Holmes Young, Drake, but you're going to have Aspen. And then you haven't got any Forest. Geista. Keep the Geista copies, that's fine. Don't build Geista up. Don't build her up, but you're going to want her for the Glory Challenge as well. Queen, fine. Holmes Young, fine. Onkira, oh no, you got Betty, fine. Aspen and Wukong. So you've actually nearly got enough anyway to do the Glory Challenge heroes. You are struggling soul symbols. You get soul symbols from completing events, which you're going to struggle with because you're not saving up your resources. And you get them from one of the monthly events. Which one was it? Wishing. Yes, you've already claimed that this month. Yeah, I know, Dusty. And to be fair, he's fine. But he's not worried about Star Expedition. PvP's not a massive concern. And I personally think that there's other things he could build on his account that would be better. But don't regress or get rid of Holmes Young until you've done the Glory Challenge. Because whilst you've got him sitting there, you might as well have him. So yeah, Zentros. Get all the free stuff you can throughout February. Valentine's, Chinese New Year. Perfect. You're going to get lots of free stuff. Pick Stella. Please pick Stella. Don't pick any more Cot. You've got the food there. You can build Wukong up to Tree of Origin 5. Watch the Glory Challenge video that's releasing tomorrow morning because you don't want to go past Tree of Origin 5 because it's a waste of Spiritual Essence and Stella. Then you can build your Betty up to Tree of Origin 1. You can get her core. You only need 1 core. And then you can build up your Aspen if that's the route you want to go down and you've already got the Queen copies. So you're fine. Being a little bit twitchy-fingered has probably cost you a little bit. Probably. But we're not worried about it. You're fine. You're still fine. I've seen accounts worse than this. But as I said, stop building on Kiromaru. Drake doesn't need to go past 10 star. So that's just wasted food. So at some point you're going to want to regress him as well. But you're too light on soul symbols to regress everyone. So just leave them late now and focus on the other stuff. But you will get there, alright? You will get there. Right. And thank you for letting me look at your account. I appreciate it. We're going to do that. We're going to log off. I'm going to switch over to Eric's account. So just hold on. It's the last account we're going to look at, I promise. And then we'll have a little 5 minutes. So Eric, I'm going to log on to yours. Eric's a legend of the channel, right? A bit of channel lore. He's he's been in the guild since the first day I asked, and he hasn't wavered. So he's really helped out. Obviously, a lot of you stepped up in the last couple of weeks, but he's been the OG one. He has been the one that's been there, cooking away silently, like an absolute beast. You play for fun, man, and that's what you should do. I said I have no issue with that. Oh, was you Paco? I didn't mean it. I didn't realise. Eric, to be fair, has been top of the leaderboard the whole time. So, play for fun. VIP 4, which is not an awful lot, which is fine. Just spend a little bit more, mate. You nearly VIP 5. We're a bit poor on the old Starry Gems, but that's okay. I presume you didn't buy anything. No. Why does everyone use their lucky dice on the first day? Let's look at heroes. I haven't had a vape in 3 hours. Fuck it, I'm going to vape for a second while we look at this. Oh, Jesus Christ. That does look fun. Everyone absorb that while I have a vape. You've gone proper. Do you know what? I like this, man. So you've got 8 tenants. 2 homeowners, 8 tenants. So you've gone the 2 trans for each one. So I presume Wukong's got some terrible tenants, hasn't he? I presume that's Wukong. Well, it's definitely Wukong's tenants because it's not Sort Cloud Island out, bro. What is this? That looks terrible. You need to change that up. Titus. Unfortunately, I think if you go on the Discord, maybe people will be there, bro. I haven't got one that you can join at the moment, unfortunately. That's interesting. Eric, I suppose you've destinied Wukong. I was going to say, why is Wukong in your best house? That he's destinied, obviously Aspen isn't. But I imagine you're not getting very far. You like Wukong more. I can't argue with that. It's a difficult one, right? Because you say you play for fun, which I completely understand. But therefore, because my advice to you is going to be, if you're bothering with an Aspen, and you've got, I suppose Elena and Queen obviously have more utility anyway. You haven't built this, not like the Yerm Term and the Ignatia. But if you're bothering with an Aspen, you need to bulk him up because he's going to be doing not an awful lot for you. So your Wukong's significantly more powerful, but that shouldn't really be the case. Why have you fully subbed up your Betty, brother? Have you got her core? Okay. He's going to be doing less than your Ignatia. I have an issue with your Betty. I love the fact you've got Betty. You've fully subbed her out. But you haven't got her core. You need to get Betty's core. Betty's core is like the most important core to have. Because you're going to be using Betty's core far more than you use anyone else's. And you need to get that off of Aspen. Let's have a look. Right, you are struggling with artifacts, bro, aren't you? You did say that in your message. Where have they all gone? Have you been feeding them? You like Echo of Death. Is that Echo of Death? Yeah. You like the crit attack artifacts. Okay. So. There's a couple of other things as well. Right, because I'm trying. Listen, I'm not going to be, because I love you, Eric, and I'm going to try not to be critical. So I'm trying to figure out a way that can be what I want to say be helpful at the same time. You want to play for fun. That's fantastic. But there's a couple of things that you're doing that wouldn't interrupt the fun, but would be more optimal. One of those things is that you need to get Betty's core, and I would suggest that's your priority. Don't get more subs next time you're in round 3 of Mysterious Sales. Get a core chest, and then do it in the next one as well. Have we got any core chests? You've got one. Hey, bro. How you, elite man? How you doing? It's been a long time since I've seen you, dude. That wasn't an insult, by the way. Just, yeah. You're saving cores for her. Fantastic. So, you've also gone down the route of fully subbing out your Betty. I don't know why you've done that. It's not the most efficient way of dealing with her. For instance, this isn't helping you at all. So all you've done, you've got 180,000 subs into something that doesn't really matter. Yeah, I would. How many soul symbols you got? We're not going to do it. Don't worry. But I just want to know. Yeah, you've got plenty of food. Yeah, so you're not an issue with food, which is what a lot of people struggle with. You got a shit ton of soul symbols. Okay. And you have, to be fair, you're obviously doing alright on events because you've managed to pick up some of these. Why can't I see any of the resources? I know they're here, I'm just not seeing them. You ran out of scrolls, that's fine. You've got a few profit orbs. That should be higher. Some wishing coins. You've done your glory challenge, I presume, because you've got 2.2 million spiritual essence. Fantastic. We like that. I see that you got an E5 Oscar. Okay. Here's the problem that I'm seeing. This, I don't get this. You, unless you have just been upgrading it without worrying about what they are, in which case that's actually not the end of the world. And what a lot of people do is they waste an infinite amount of their resources on stones, on like tenants. So if you're not using Ignatia and you're not using Yermterm, admittedly you've got about 400,000 magic dust in your bag. It matters a lot less. But when you want to be, okay, you've got critter and it's 6 stars, so I can't even really, I mean, you want a speed stone, bro. You want a speed stone. Don't worry about attack. That's bullshit. You want to get a speed stone for Wukong. I don't mind speed precision because HP does nothing anyway. I don't know about the attack HP. Crit attack, fine. But you see, here's the problem, right? When you want to upgrade this, you need 270,000 essence, and then you're going to have to probably re-roll it, right? You're going to burn through so much magic dust to do that, and you've already wasted, not wasted, but you've spent loads of magic dust on this. So that's a bit wasteful, but that's fine. It's not the end of the world. You've got resonance gear for him. Interesting. You haven't got a lot of artifacts, and you need Betty's core. It's really hard to give you advice because there's a couple of things I don't really understand. No, sorry, Elite Man, I can't. Sorry, dude. No iOS. Oh, Maisie, well done. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Leaf. I didn't say you weren't, did I? Who have you cracked off at there? I am active in video comments and I drop by most of the time. Say hi. I know you do. MVP does go to Maisie, especially because she stuck up for me so hard in SG Hub. Yeah, but Jason, I wouldn't recommend that. The reason I wouldn't recommend that is because it's going to take him. To be fair, I didn't even check this out. I wouldn't recommend that because it's going to take you loads of time to get 50 shards. Whereas he's only going to want to get to level 1 for Betty's core anyway. He's already got 1 core chest, so he needed to get another core chest. You've got to 5, that's okay. And to be fair, with 3 trans heroes at 5, and only you've got a Destiny hero admittedly, but these are massively underpowered. Yeah, I'm surprised as well, but he has got a 6-man or 7-man team, right? 6-man team. So I suppose Wukong's brute forcing his way through. Oh, it's really difficult, Eric. I don't know what to say. I just don't get why you'd have an Aspen and you wouldn't be pushing him. No, so don't select Betty. Though I don't. To be fair, I'm getting confused between accounts. I don't actually think I checked your core of origin, did I? No, I did. Yes, yeah, so you've got the. So you've gone and you've Destinied Wukong. Okay. Honestly, you've already got Queen and Elena. They're fine. Queen's fantastic. Build your Aspen up, dude. I would regress Betty. Go onto the Idle Heroes Discord. Or asking ours, Eze will give you the advice, the exact ones you need to do. No, but Dusk, my argument is, if you're going to bother with Aspen, that you'd make him your primary homeowner. Because I mean, even if you went to the auction house, how much stuff have you got? You've only got 128. But you know what? You could probably get. Can you get C? Easy. You can get yourself an okay Aspen copy, and then I'd prioritise Aspen. Because Wukong is going to be a support all the way through. As I said, the reason this is just weird is you've fully subbed out Betty, which doesn't really help her. You already know you've got to get her core. Get the core, that's fine. I would then get yourself a decent copy, like a good B- copy, high attack of Aspen, and really focus on your Aspen, dude. Because the reason that Ignatia's doing more than him, you've got 3-star resident set for him. The reason that Ignatia's doing more is because she's got the same attack as Aspen. That's why. And Aspen, if he's not hitting like a nuke, is doing nothing for you. Dusk. And to be fair, what Dusk has just said there isn't far wrong. Because you don't have enough Celestial Island materials to have 2 homeowners. At which point, the Ignatia's irrelevant. Yerm Term is almost irrelevant. You could then build up other heroes that are going to help you out. Yeah, regress Betty, but build her back up. Because you need her to be at least Tree of Origin 1, right? Build her back up. Focus on Aspen. I would, once you've managed to, see, I'd even say, even just getting a better copy will make such a massive difference, bro. You'll boost his attack right up, put him in the proper home, see what happens with his stats, because bear in mind Wukong's a support. If his attack isn't super high, say Wukong's attack was like 9 million, he's going to do okay. But Aspen's being 8.5, when that's lower than the rest of your team, he's doing nothing. He doesn't have 19 Jara, does he? He has 19 Aspens. Shards. Jason, I think. Yeah, they're Aspens. And that's what he's picking in Void Campaign. Yeah, exactly, Dusk. Yeah, so that's it. So Wukong doesn't need... So therefore, you can get rid of Yerm Term and Ignatia, and you could build people that are going to help your team out. Heroes that you find are fun. You would always keep Elena and Queen anyway, especially Queen, because of their versatility. So it makes more sense to push for Aspen. Also, don't level up their X levels anymore. It's not worth it. Like, you don't get speed or anything like that from it. So just keep your resources. You haven't got loads, but you're fine. So yeah, regress Betty, build up Aspen. You've got enough soul symbols to do this. Regress the Ignatia and the Yerm Term. Sell their copies, which you can do. Use that to buy yourself a decent B copy for Aspen. And then build up 2 other heroes that are going to help your team. If you don't want to go down like the standard route, build heroes that you think are fun. And if you think Yerm Term and Ignatia are fun, keep them. Yeah, 100%, but you can do that once these are gone. But I don't know, is it spiritual? No, spiritual lessons isn't holding you back. And you've got Cot. You don't need 5 million Cot. So yeah, you could even, there's no reason why you can't, oh, you haven't got Stella. Oh yeah, well, it doesn't matter because you're going to regress these. Mate, yeah, 100%. Regress to Betty, build her back up, Tree of Origin 1. In the next event, get yourself a Core of Origin chest. That means you've then got 2 chests, you can make Betty her core. Regress Ignatia and Yerm Term. You do not need them. Make Aspen your primary homeowner. Get him a decent copy from the Starry Gems that you're going to get back from Yerm Term, Ignatia, and the ones you've already got. Decent copy can be a B- with 4,500 attack or whatever. Then you can use the Stella that you've got from regressing these guys from V, basically. You can then build up Elena and Queen's tree. At some point, you're going to want at least Queen to be Tree of Origin 5 anyway, so I'd probably prioritise her. By doing that, it's obviously also going to give you more stat boost on your Aspen, who's going to desperately need it. That way, you've then got your little trio of these 3, Wukong, Betty, and Aspen, and you're then going to have a Tree of Origin, Queen, and Elena. Because I said these are just going to be doing nothing for you. You've got 5 million Cot. So once you've built these, don't get any more Cot. You are a proper Cot man. Is that what you said at the start? I just realised what you said. Yeah, but you don't. Listen, you don't. So you've got what, Eric? You've got 10 E5s, right? Once you, if I regressed all of these heroes apart from one, you would still get the Grimoire boost. You wouldn't be able to upgrade it anymore until you got back to the requisite number. Yes, you're only 5 levels off. I wouldn't worry about it. You're only 5 levels off 75, and you need 12 E5s. But I promise you, your team will perform better, slimming it down, but boosting up the heroes you've got. You've built quite wide, but you haven't built wide, because building wide's obviously normally like having E1s and E2s. But you've built a lot wider than you need to. This is like the modern day version of building wide. Yeah. Yeah. So when you get to... Oh, I don't want to activate it. So you want black and white on Elena, which is her CC shed. Where is it? But to be fair, the good thing is, Eric, because this is quite a standard build, you can get all the advice you need. This is what you want to build up on Elena. So you only need to get her to Tree of Origin 4. And then you want to sub it out because it does, yeah, Dush 2. And then with Queen, you want to build her up because Queen's Guard's like outrageous. It's an absolutely outrageous ability. So you have to Tree of Origin 5 Queen, unfortunately. But I think you've got the resources to do that. You might be low on Stella. But as I said, you've got a couple of big events coming up, so I feel like that's not such a big deal. So yeah, last time. Regress Betty. Build her back up to Tree of Origin 1. Regress Ignatia Yerm Term. Build Queen up to Tree of Origin 5. Elena up to Tree of Origin 4. And look on the Discord, on the Idle Heroes Discord or whatever, for which subs you want to use on what. Because you're going to have subs because you're regressing all of Betty's. In the same way, like, you don't need to fully sub out Aspen. Do you know what I mean? Like, again, it's I've never done him. It's skill 1. I feel like it's skill 4 as well, but you don't need to do the others at the start. So you've got enough subs, you've got enough food, you've got loads of food. You might be striking on Stella. So next event, pick only Stella, and then on tier 3 of Mysterious Sales, make sure you're getting the second core. This is fine. Again, Eric, like, come back to me in a month's time when February's done and we've had Chinese New Year and Valentine's. Would love to come back and look at this account, because you're in the same boat as Clunky, where Clunky's, he just needs a bit more progress because he's free to play, etc. Yours, you just need to change it up a little bit. But I think yours could be super cool. And message me. What artifacts do you need? Don't worry about artifacts right now. You're not going to have a way, because you're going to you need Stella, bro. I am the one that always recommends going for artifacts because I think they're really fun. You need Stella. That's going to make the biggest difference for your account. You've already got Lingering, which will go on your Aspen, which is fine. You need Dragon Rui to level 3 to Splendid. That's not a shame. That's fine that that's there, but I wish we had other things. And then you need Demon Bells. Like, again, I don't normally recommend Demon Bells, but Demon Bells are better than Mirrors. So go for Demon Bells. So first and foremost, build this up to Splendid. Actually, would we build this up to Splendid, guys, or would we get Demon Bells first? Yeah, I know, Elite. That's what I'm saying. So that has to be Splendid. But he's got no Demon Bells. You haven't even got an energy artifact. You have. You haven't even got a mirror. You haven't got a way. You need Demon Bells anyway. Because the thing is, you could go that to 3-star. Yeah, Elite, I get what you're saying. So yeah, we're gonna listen to what Elite's saying. It does make sense. Dragon Ruby to Splendid first, which means admittedly that's 2. But as I said, I think Chinese New Year will get 1 at least, I think, for free. So Chinese New Year, whatever it is, build this up. And then focus on Demon Bells. You need energy feed, man, because for Aspen, it's going to be important. Because you're not going to get a lot of energy feed from being hit, because Betty's locking them down with CC and Wukong's locking them down with CC. So you want Aspen to be cranking that shit round after round. So, Dragon Rui. Then focus on Demon Bells. But hero-wise, to be fair, it's not like you need to go out and get copies of anyone. So, like, you're fine. It's not bad at all. So fixable. Regress Betty, build her up. Regress Ignatia, regress Yerm Term. Make sure you sell their copies. You don't need them ever again. Better copy of Aspen. Build up Queen's Tree of Origin 5, Elena's Tree of Origin 4. I would actually recommend... I don't know which one I'd do first. Probably Queen. Betty doesn't have a core. We've got 1 core chest. But yeah, so look, Eric, if you need anything, ask me. Ask in the Discord. but yours is fine. Yes, you're a bit of a cop man. You did tell me that. I think we're fine though, and I like I like your account, and you've got things you can do, and you spend a little bit of money here and there as well. So yeah, if you spent a little bit on Valentine's and you spent a little bit on Chinese New Year, you're fine. You'll definitely get there, bro. You'll definitely get there. Oh, sorry. Right, I'm just gonna switch. Just don't go on it yet. Let me get out of it. In fact, Eric, what I'd really appreciate is if you don't do anything like what we've just said yet, because what I'd really like to do is make a video on yours, but and then because I like doing my little graphics. As we all know, I go a little bit graphic crazy. So if it's okay with you, obviously play on your account over the weekend, but don't regress anyone yet, because I would like to film that on Sunday if that's okay with yourself. I won't actually do it on your account, but I'll list out what we've all recommended and stuff like that, because I think that'll make a really good YouTube video, because yours is actually an account that is in a good spot that can be made better almost instantly. No, do you know what? Do you know what the thing is? The reason I don't like doing account reviews on bad accounts is because you can't do it without ripping the person to shreds, and I hate it. Your account's different. Like, you just need to change a few things. I'm not at all. No, as I said. But do you know what? Honest to God, with Eric's account, you could fix that, whatever, in an hour. Do you know what I mean? Like, yes, okay, he needs some artifacts and he needs some more Stellar. But in terms of, you could regress those two heroes and build up Betty to what you wanted and whatever. So you could build that up and do it perfectly. Hey Finn, how you doing, man? Like with Clunkies, for instance, Clunkies is a really good account. It's just going to take some time. Like, there's not, if Clunky says to me, I can do whatever I want to do on his account, I wouldn't be able to do anything, because it's just time. But yeah, I think Eric's is a fascinating account. Thank you so much. I'll message you tomorrow, Eric. I'll message you tomorrow, and we'll figure it out. We will figure it out. You know what's funny? Oh no, okay, we picked up some subs. We picked up 3 subs tonight. Yeah, I think so, Eric. I think it can help others. This is my account, to be fair, Lee. That was Eric's. Jonathan. Ah, nice, dude. Thanks, man. Oh, bless you. Jonathan, I need to know, what name do you want up on the event previews and the little stream banner thing? Jonathan or John? And what colour do you want to be? We take this very seriously over here. Very seriously. Absolute W. You said hi at the start of the stream. Jonathan's gone chat shy. All the attention's on him. I don't want to do John, because I don't know you. So I feel like that's getting a little bit too close for comfort. Do Jonathan. We'll do Jonathan. And if you feel differently, you can message. No, Koji, Jonathan's been in a few times and he says hello. And he's Jonathan's he always says hello. Colour to be decided. I do this, I text my wife the names and the colours. She's always like, what are you doing? I was like, well, I've got to let the people, I've got to let people pick their colours. And we appreciate the lurkers. I have no issue with lurkers. I would be a lurker, to be honest with you. Yeah, Leaf. But I know you're... Leaf, to be fair, Leaf, for those that don't know, is a proper OG as well. Jonathan is good. Light blue or blue? Of course I can, my bro. Leaf YouTube is a proper OG. Every now and then, right, I will go through my old video comments, just because I find it interesting, and it's funny to see. Yeah, Jason, yeah, and it's interesting to see like the same names pop up that are still here now, and it is really nice. Oh, that's perfect, bro. I said, and it doesn't bother me either way. Yeah, but we can do light blue, Panda. Don't be like that, Panda. We can make yours black and white. Oh no, I can't do black because Ali's already trademarked and patented black. It took me a long time to get the black to work, by the way. Yeah, it took me a long time. In truth, right, when I first offered colours up, I didn't think this would ever become an issue where I'd run out of colours. I thought it would just be like 3 names rotating at the bottom. And there's like 13 names now, and it's very difficult for me to keep up with it and keep up with all different colours. You know, I've done this all day. I haven't even done the quests. I haven't even done my daily quests. How terrible is that? I hate doing Tavern now. This is the issue when you get further into the game. Is that stuff like this becomes a little wee bit irrelevant if you're a spender, because I feel like it's a hard balance between saying, do I want to risk getting heroic summon scroll, or do I want to spend 3,000 gems to get one? I don't know what the official guideline is at the moment. Ooh. Elite, honestly, bro. Elite, do you know what's fascinating, right? Obviously, you used to be in some of the first streams, I'm pretty sure, and used to be commenting. Have you not been in a while, or have I just not seen you in a while? Out of interest, what makes, but I hope you don't mind me calling you. I'm not calling you out. I hope you don't mind me asking. Yeah, what made you decide to pop back in? Because it used to be yourself. And Power Plays was another one. I remember because your names are both quite cool, aren't they? Power Plays and Elite Man. But yeah, I haven't seen that young man either. Maybe an old man. Maybe an old man. Right. I hate having to use heroic summon scroll. Did I even have to do that? Did I? Should we put? I've got 41 5-star heroes. Elite, to be fair, I appreciate that, bro. I'm not from Upminster. I'm not from Upminster. Are you the one that we had a discussion and you guessed where I lived? I don't remember that. I didn't remember it was you that was like that, because there was someone where we was having conversations. It was like, oh, we can meet down a pub in like 5 minutes. Because we lived that close. I didn't know it was yourself. Panda wants to go to green. Goes to green. I don't think it matters with the clashing, guys. Oh, yeah. Okay, I didn't realise that. That's so cool. Even more reason you should be here more often. Supporting your local streamer. I'm only joking. It's really good to have you back. It's really good to have you back. But no, I regularly say it's quite interesting because I don't often lose a lot of people, which is really nice. Like people that have been here from the beginning kind of tend to stay around. There's a couple that have kind of dropped off. Oh, but Panda, I think now where we've grown to such huge numbers, right? I can just make it so that the 2 blues, well, Clunky's blue, look. We can make it so that the blues are far enough away from each other that no one really cares. Oh, thanks, Jonathan. Listen, man, I appreciate anyone bothering to stop in and say hi. I really do. And it's interesting. Oh, yeah, what an absolute lad. I haven't set my team up, so I think we're going to lose, but he's got more axes as his profile picture. He was weird. I came across that argument the other day when I was going through my thingies, because we had the argument on Discord. By the way, we've just fucking smoked this guy. And he commented on my video the next day after that Discord. And I was really proud of my response. I was like, dude, there's infinite places on the internet if you want to go for an argument. My Discord's not one of them. You're more than welcome to come back in if you want to be part of the team. And he told me to go fuck myself. So I didn't respond back to him. After that, I was like, oh, okay. You want a transparent colour. Listen, like, everyone stop picking on me. The technicalities of what you're asking for goes beyond my skill set. Okay? You don't come to me for my technological skills. You come to me for other stuff. I am thinking about... It's funny, because someone said earlier about a podcast. So, with the Basilisk quest to meta, 1 episode a week, guaranteed. Whilst people still want to watch it, right? If people don't start watching it, then I'll make it 1 every 2 weeks. But that's fine. We're also going to do the new Dream Team on the non-meta account. And again, once a week, because it's easy for me to make, right? It's not a time-consuming thing, and I enjoy doing it, and I can show updates on it. But what I'd done last week, which we showed earlier on in the stream, I showed the analytics for it. Terrible. Great viewership. Fell off a cliff, right? Because I was talking and people didn't like it. I might do like my own little Wednesday waffle, or maybe a Sunday, depending, where I just release an hour-long video of stuff I think about in the game and just talk about it, so that for those that like to have it in and just want to listen to me talk, there's a specific thing, because then if people want to click onto it, they don't get baited in by the Basilisk. It's just me doing like account maintenance. Will, I do have a Discord, and you're more than welcome to join. It should be in the description of this video here of the live stream. The reason that I don't promote the Discord, and I have been criticised by a couple of people in the Discord for not promoting it. I don't think there's anything worse than having like a Discord with 10,000 people and there's like 10 people talking. So I offer it out. When I talk to people in the comments of my videos, or when people are talking on stream, we invite them to the Discord in the hope that obviously they're actually going to be active. And if I see people in Idahura's Discord that are talking to me and I get on with them and there's a good vibe there, I'll message them and say, do you want to join my Discord? So yeah, that's probably why you won't see one linked, is because I don't really just want people to join on a whim and then be like 1,000 people. Obviously, you're welcome to join. It's in the description. Unfortunately, none of my mods are here, i.e. Kay, Ali or Paco, because they would put the link in. But they're not here because they're working, doing proper stuff. But yeah, you're more than welcome. Anyone's welcome to join the Discord. I said there's no real rules. We just don't accept arguing. Maisie and Eze argue. Fine. But no one else argues. Randy, yeah, but Randy's not part of the Discord. And I don't know, is Randy still here? I didn't know if Randy was still here. I hadn't seen him comment. Or Sandy, to be fair. I don't know if they both left. No, they wouldn't have, because they would have said goodbye. Have they? That's weird, isn't it? I wonder where Randy and Sandy have gone. I thought earlier I haven't seen Randy speak in a while. Oh. Do you know what? I know Sandy wasn't particularly happy when we were on the Discord thing. I don't think she likes the argument side, which I completely understand. Oh, hi Sandy, you're here. He's probably watching, yeah. But yeah, so Randy can't put the link in because he's not a member of the Discord. Is he really? I didn't know Randy played RuneScape. I love RuneScape. I would love to make content on RuneScape. The issue with making content on RuneScape is that to make like a proper video, like there's a couple of really good creators. Bear in mind, I don't play RuneScape anymore. I go on and off it, but I will watch content on YouTube on RuneScape. It's like virtually the only thing I watch content on YouTube about. But the videos that they make not in so much like editing, but in terms of gameplay wise, must take them like weeks to acquire. So for me to try and like get out of my comfort zone and make a RuneScape video, because I've got a max account in RS3. Yeah, so that's what everyone does. Everyone plays RuneScape. They'll play it for 6 months, not touch it for a year. Play it for 6 months, not touch it for a year. But I think everyone does that. But yeah, I don't know. So I think I could make all the effort to make a RuneScape video, and then it gets like 10 people watching it. Deadpool, hey brother. I don't know. I would be amazed if it's not Scrolls, personally, but because I'm almost certain that Chinese New Year and anniversary is always Scrolls, isn't it? Is it always Scrolls? Yeah, because that's when that's when Oscar's going to be released, isn't it? That's when the Oscar Transcendence is going to be released. I'm pretty sure. I presume. I don't know. I didn't play this time last year, so I don't know how it works. I know that Chinese New Year is like the event. Obviously, the Chinese devs, so it's the big one. Yeah, RuneScape is great. Isn't it funny, right? I find this fascinating. Sorry, I've stopped playing the game now. I've played for a long time. Everyone that plays Idle Heroes, or not everyone, that's a lie, but a significant proportion also play RuneScape or have played RuneScape, and either did play Pokemon or still play Pokemon. And it's like, it's a very, if you enjoy one, you enjoy the other type of thing. Eric, it depends, bro. It depends. What you've got to bear in mind is, and I need to make the video sooner rather than later, especially with a couple of big events coming up. And I always find a way of struggling to explain stuff, so I'm going to try and explain it. If you've got a 60 event currency to 10 event currency ratio, like we just had, right? So it was 60 of those runes for 10 of the goblets. That means that in the value packages, for 2.5k starry gems, you're going to get 1.5 times the 60, so you're going to get 90. What normally happens then is that in the gem event, you get 90 as well. So again, it's a 1.5 multiplier on what you need to get the event currency. But the actual resources, in-game resources, are like 1.4, 1.3, and then you add the free lay and it doesn't make 1.5 because that's where you're just short of getting 3 tiers. So like the actual event currency itself for events isn't particularly that important. It's important for free to play to like top up to get to the 2 levels of rewards, but you don't need a full amount to do that. Generally speaking, you'd only need to do like what, 500 to 700 scrolls. And during Chinese New Year, Elite, I'll see you later, dude. Thank you for dropping back in. I do appreciate it, man. Chinese New Year, they're going to give you a lot of free scrolls, I imagine. I think, and we're going to have Valentine's before then. I doubt they're going to do Valentine's and Chinese New Year back to back, because if I've got any Asian followers, let me know if I'm wrong here. But I'm pretty sure Chinese New Year isn't the same every year. So I think it depends, something to do with the moon. I don't know. So I don't think we actually know what it's going to be until the 1st of February, and then they'll show what's happening for the month. Panda, yeah, exactly. So you only have to, so you don't have to save up 2,000 scrolls to do the event. Do you know what's weird? I mean, I've stopped doing it on my event review videos because I think it's just terrible value. Is like the free lay, $5, the gems, and the maximum amount of resources gets you 3 levels of rewards. But I just think that like doing max level of resources to get an extra layer of rewards plus spending $5, it's just not worth it. I don't think it's worth it. But it's so account dependent, isn't it? And yeah. Right, what we're gonna do? We're gonna give a 5-minute countdown, and then we're going to call it there. This has been a fun stream, but we are 3.5 hours deep. 3 hours, 40 minutes deep. It's gone a lot longer than I thought it would, which is still absolutely fine. Part of the reason I started the stream early, to be fair. But yeah, if anyone's got any more questions, this is the time to ask me. Thank you, Clunky. Thank you for your support as always, dude. And it was great looking at your account. It was great looking at your account. You can have more fun. I done all right. Do you know what? And you lot can report back to Ben, i.e. Sideshow. I didn't do great. I tried a lot harder than I normally do. Benny's 5th. He desperately wants to hold on. I'd say desperately. He said to me he wants to hold on to top 100 spot in like the overall thing. So I really hope he stays there. But yeah, this is the first time I've ever actually done Force Wars. And I've done my bit. Not a lot. You know, we're basically top 1,000. We're top 1,050. Jacket potato with or without tuna. Don't eat jacket potatoes, and tuna's fucking disgusting. So I'm not going to answer that question. What's a good attack power to switch Loafer Stone from crit attack to something else? Titus, that's not a question to ask me, dude. The crit attack, the attack relevant of that is irrelevant anyway. It's the crit that's important. I don't know, because there's a lot of people that only want crit to be up to like 40-50% so they can spam balance strike. I don't know if that's different with Loafer. I don't know, because you really need him to nuke round 1 to actually work. There you go. Listen to Finley. Finley said just run holy damage, skill damage. There you go. Panda, listen. Rake has started, and do you know what's funny? Rake started this whole Cobalt. Hey, dude. Rake started this whole thing about potatoes, and I didn't even tell him that I liked potatoes. He said because I'm British, I must like baked potatoes. It's like, 1, I'm not British, I'm English. Okay. 2, I don't like jacket potatoes. They're gross, bro. Oh, they're so... It's a potato that's been baked. It's the worst way you can cook something. And then on top of that, you put the shittest toppings on it, like beans or tuna. Ugh. No, thank you. That's okay. You can sneak back in whenever, Cobalt. Whenever. Yep. Crit damage especially is an easy one to get hold of, isn't it? But Dusk, out of interest, and by the way, I'm not saying this as a dick. Isn't it easier? I get what you're saying with the precision. I've been learning a lot more, right? Isn't it easier to max out your crit damage, etc.? No. Isn't it easier to max out your precision with certain things than it is your crit damage? So wouldn't the chance be that if you've got max precision, you'd already have maxed crit? If I said that the wrong way around. Sorry, my brain's fried. Do you know what, Dusk? Ignore me. I was trying to be clever and it didn't work. You switched Spirit Artifact. What, for Loafer? Why are people doing that? Because that's what Clunky... Was it Clunky had on his Loafer? Someone had on their Loafer. No, I think it was Eric. Oh yeah, just for boss. I know why, for boss fights. Is that what you mean? You just run it as general? Anything over 5 rounds, Breath of Forest gets you more damage. Yeah. Right. Guys, it's been a fantastic stream. Thank you all so much. Some new chatty people in the chat, which is really fantastic. It was lovely that that you decided to drop in. Appreciate it. Cobalt, I hope that your opera went very well. Koji, obviously it's lovely to see you. Panda has been here all stream. Maisie said she's been here all stream and then she's left at the last 10 minutes. So, you know, but she's a trooper. Obviously, Finley, you've been here quite a bit. And Sandy has been here, I think, the whole time. Apologies if we went off piece a little bit, Sandy. I know you didn't like the Discord thing. Sorry. To be fair, I shouldn't have shown it, really. Eric messaged me and said I shouldn't show it, and that's absolutely true. And obviously, yeah, Eric Zentros and Clunky, thank you so much for letting me go on your account. Yeah, Dusk, it was nice seeing you, dude. New person. I really appreciate it. And yeah, everyone say good luck to Cobalt because he's going on stage for his opera. Cobalt, the Discord, man, is in the description of the stream. Zarin, thank you, bro. Right, guys, girls, stay